Fuck
that
that.
third.
Here we are to talk about professional wrestling.
Nobody knows the whole story, so I'll tell you.
How about you, Jason?
Oh, this is like a murder room. This is great.
Lots of black sex magicians out there, right?
And look down like, what the fuck?
Oh, we're gonna just do it this way and nobody's gonna stop us.
I want to show that a real champion has to do things for the community, for your people, for other women, you know?
In this business, what you sell is emotions. If you manage to get people invested, you did it.
That's rehearsed videotapes. It's time for another MMM show.
Welcome to another edition of Mass Mats and Mayhem. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. And if you don't know, that's what the gang signs like M75.
The third hand.
What? No? It's
Zero
not.
street cred.
M.
Am I losing all my street cred from this already?
Oh yeah, right off the bat.
Byron's
First
here.
20 seconds of it.
The street
Well, there
cred
you
killer.
I'm from the.
Okay, I want to ask about this Alberto promotion. Can we talk about that right off the bat?
What is the name of it right now? Like what?
It's a
Nacion?
gang sign. MS13. What is it called?
It's on a list already. It should
MSG.
be. I mean, it's
Why
the
am
thing
I
is,
big?
you guys are going to be ripping on Tony Khan for being a money mark, a promoter, and blah blah blah, and Alberto Patron.
Wow, Karen Jett just
his-
accepted my friend request. That's weird.
Oh,
Really random.
he's making a living now off of money marks, and this is the latest installment. So,
Fair play.
LM52.
I mean, does it matter what it's called?
Yeah, kind of brands matter what they're called.
So what is anyone here interested in watching whatever it is he's
It's
gonna
got a
do?
good
when
card.
he's just burning someone's money until that guy gets broke, and then he'll do it again with someone else in like 3 years.
Well, but this roster looks dope, dude. You don't think so?
Actually, he's been doing great in Mexico. I don't know. I mean, I know you guys,
What
the
is this
world
promotion?
the world moves around the United States, but he's been doing great. He did a reality TV show that was super popular, and he was one of the last ones to get kicked out. So
I mean, you look at these running AAA, like they were absolutely pissed when he left.
Yeah,
Yes,
wasn't
man.
left, but wasn't coming back. But people were generally like, "Well, why isn't he on the show now? Like he was fine here before. Why can't he be on it now? That WWE own it." I mean, there's obvious reasons, but
Vatos locos forever.
it is like this.
All right, so it's,
And I'm
got
dyslexic
Alberto.
and trying to throw gang signs kind of doesn't work.
so this thing has Alberto El Patron, Io Dos Queros, Tejano
What
Jr.,
the fuck?
Supernova,
No, stop.
Sin
Lord,
Sin
right.
Cara. Isn't it funnier when I do it? You can do it if
Yeah.
you want to read it.
yeah, you can keep doing it, Justin. It's fine.
Actually,
Just lean into it even more.
Carrios, Caras.
dose.
Some of the letters, Justin, some of the letters in
KRAS.
Spanish you don't pronounce, and some of them you really pronounce.
Tony, just
So
so you
just
know,
kind of
as a British
yes.
person,
And-
I feel
and
you
do
right
your
now
best.
because they can't even say aluminium.
I can say aluminum just fine.
And
Can
they
you
take
say
the U
lieutenant?
out of colour, which is probably why they have issues over there.
We took the U out of color for a reason because we
To
were
make it
tired
color.
of you.
He made it collar.
We were tired of you. That's why we
Yeah.
took the U out of color.
Oh.
Well, we got the hint when you dumped the T.
Well,
Yeah,
in
go-
America,
go
the
tell your
apple's not really
lieutenant
color.
about it.
So.
Okay, Tony, read the list.
I refuse because I will get make fun of my ex. Anyways, Alberto el Patrón, Hijo de Dos Caras, Tejano Jr., Supernova, Sin Cara. We gotta talk about what?
Which
Chessman.
Sin Cara?
Yeah, Dr. Wagner Jr., not to be confused with Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
These guys
Hijo
aren't
de
working
Sil-
anywhere else. I thought they already had jobs.
Hijo del Silver King, Silver King Jr., which technically is the same, but anyway, Wagner fit. So it's not a, anyway.
That's the one that's in shape.
Yeah, this one is in shape. Simón Blanco, Diosa Quetzal, Sagittarius, Pig Destructor, wow, what a name. Rey Mictlán, Hellboy, wow, copyright. Noisy Boy, Metallic, Carlito, Cibernetico, and Vampiro.
Wait, how'd you
have
get
to
away
say
with saying
Vampiro.
metallic? It's metallic, isn't it?
I don't
And-
know. Isn't that copyright?
And how did you say Sagittarius?
Sagittarius?
Wow. See, now I would have definitely never gotten that one right. That would not have been.
By the
that
way,
would not
Rick
have been in
Chan
my
has the
wheelhouse.
best masks.
But I mean, like, these literally are all the guys that have. A lot of them have wrestled in AAA and not even that long ago. What's up, Bex? How you doing? And a lot of these guys, yeah, they're a little bit older, but I mean, it looks like they're like WWE roster older. I mean, Wagner Jr. is old as hell, but so's El Patron. Who else on here is old as shit? Well, Vampiro, obviously, and he's at the bottom of the list because.
But I'm assuming he's not wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's not actually wrestling, or that
Chessman?
Chessman's old as hell. Yeah. Tejano's getting up there, but he's still what, like 36, 37?
No.
Oh wait,
40.
so are we calling that? Then every motherfucker in this thing is old.
We old as shit.
I'm not old.
But that's what I'm saying. But they're not like in their late 20s. These guys are late 30s.
No, he's
and
41,
older.
so he is ripe for a WWE championship.
Right. But look, hey, AAA
Sorry,
doesn't have legends contracts yet, so I don't know. I thought this was kind of cool. I was kind of happy to see this. Like, it feels
No,
like a
I've
super
heard.
indie of luchadors.
Yeah, I've heard of this. I don't know. We talked about this, I think, last year when I joined here.
Yeah.
And there was a third promotion coming. And then they added Alberto because of what happened with AAA. So it is not really like he's the originator. He's just right now the face, I'm assuming. Because
Right, so-
somebody had already told me in a lot of the circles in Mexican Lucha Libre companies that I frequent that was happening.
I mean, they
So-
talked about it in Mexican brothels that I frequent. So
It actually was on the news one point. Like there was like a third company coming up, and I don't know if this can even fathom to rival any of the two other companies.
but does it need
But,
to?
but it's an option. That's what I'm saying. Like that's an option.
I mean, so here's
It's
my
a super
real
indie.
question. Here's my real question for you, Tony. Do you think they can get this promotion into some decent venues?
No,
And that is the real trick of Lucha Libre in Mexico, right? Is to grease enough
Yes.
palms to be able to get into venues where people will show up for a show.
no, it's not so much. I mean, thank you for implying that our country is corrupt. You are correct, but
I was talking about the commissions. You got to know somebody at the commissions, and you got to know somebody
that's still the definition
who
of
owns the
corruption.
Right, exactly.
That's not the thing. It's not. This is where most people get wrong. It's not about the fact that you have to, grease somebody's hands. Yeah, that sounds gross. It's more about who do you know that is your friend. And so I'm a TV conglomerate owner, and and my cousin owns venues in Mexico. So I'm gonna promote your venue and your events in my TV, and I'm gonna broadcast your show. But if they don't have any of that, then oof,
We do not know
apparently
the answer. To
not
that
HBO, not HBO. It's gonna be on Space. That is interesting.
Yeah, they're filling the space that was left by AAA, aren't they? Is effectively.
Yeah.
It's like Alberto even that big of a draw anymore? Like,
In Mexico,
He's massive.
Yeah, well, I know he's got like a cult following, but I mean, like,
he can throw a shirt at somebody and still get hired the next month where I am right now.
So then wouldn't he be able to help get eyes on this promotion then? I mean, like, I feel like he's got kind of a cult following.
Yeah, and he also did a lot of real work with Combates America, their like MMA promotion down there, and he's done stuff with other promotions, and he was very close with Dorian when he was in AAA, and like on the business level, he was involved in a lot of the business level stuff, even when he came up to Lucha Underground, because that's the kind of guy he is. He likes to get involved in the office stuff at a high level. So he does know some people. He does know what he's talking about to a certain extent. He just happens to be a little bit off the hook sometimes and a little bit of a partier back in the day, at least. I don't know how much of that he does nowadays, but there's wild stories about him in locker rooms or parties or trashing hotel rooms or this, that, and the other thing. Like he's a back and forth guy. He's a bigger than life character. He is the Ric Flair of Mexico, like in so many ways. And that's why he's loved and hated by a lot of people, because he's got that gregarious personality that helps sell him as a wrestler, makes him entertaining as a wrestler, and also makes him a complete pain in the ass to deal with every now and then, like when he's getting in a fight with the audience or getting suspended by some commissioner.
So biggest issue was he got into a fight. So he beat up somebody for real, because we asked, at Mexico's Good Morning America version, so like Good Morning Mexico, and beat the shit out of a staff member, and then the producer had to walk in and be like, "This is not what we agreed." You can look it up; it's everywhere.
Damn. All right.
The for him is his family lineage. He has
beat someone up.
Like,
did you never see that video, Byron?
I sent it to the.
Oh my god!
Because we were in Mexico
City
in the same week.
And internet ages ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on.
Coma's going to swing through after. If I was going to have Coma swing through after our guest came through, because we can only really have 6 on the screen. How's our guest doing, Tony? Do we know?
I send you a private message.
Yeah, let's get private. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Somewhere around here, there's a box full of new product that I got to grab at some point. Thanks to our lovely sponsor friends over at Face.
I may have used that new product for something else.
Did you shave your back again?
No. So, I'll tell you after when we've introduced the new product.
Okay. We're not doing that yet. Whoop, whoop.
I'll not spoil the surprise.
This is so much better than where everybody knows your name.
I don't know. I love Cheers.
Oh, now we got the name tags.
So, just so everybody knows, I finished a project earlier today that Byron, I found out, could have saved me probably 5 or 6 days of my life in time on. But I ripped and re-downloaded and re-uploaded the entire audio version of the show. So now it is complete on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and now on YouTube Podcasts. So if you ever want to just rock out the audio version, if you're taking that long drive and you just want to hear the sweet tones of the MMM show, you can throw on that audio version, and now you can actually go from episode 1 all the way to right now 217 with all the interviews and specials and everything in between. All of the what was the Lucha Festival that Klein Rock did? Why can't I think of the name of that? Anyway, it's all in there. Everything from A to Z. Now, if you're a real fan of this show, and you want to go back, the first 20 some odd episodes of this show, there was no video. And the only place you can get them is the audio podcast. So if you want to hear our very first interview with Karrion Kross before anybody knew who he was, back when he was still the Toll Man Kevin Kross, go back to our very first two audio interviews with Karrion Kross. And we also had a great special with Vinny Massaro, who was our very first guest ever.
Vinny.
Where we talked
Vinny's
about
great.
the passing of Balls Mahoney in the old ECW days. So
Oh,
you
wow.
should go back and check
That's
some of
a
those
lot.
out. It's a lot of fun. Plus, there's all the other fun episodes and guests and everything in there that if you haven't had a chance to hear them sometime when you're on that long drive or you're in the, on the treadmill or whatever it is you do with your podcast, don't forget, you can get us in an audio version too. You don't have to look at us. If you want to look at us, you can. You can always come here and find the video version, but the audio version
I will say as well that,
available as well.
You will, for the ladies, you'll be able to listen to me at probably 20 stone, breathing heavily a lot.
There is definitely a lot of heavy breathing. There's a lot.
I could not breathe back then.
And not only could he not breathe, but he had this headset microphone that just sat right in the cusp of.
So he was like what's it called? A blanket salesman in Mexico. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, he was just like a blanket salesman.
Yes, absolutely.
So I did with my Blue Yeti today.
Copy that. So I'm going to move on to the big question of the week before our friend pops in for a little bit here. I'm going to hit you guys with the big question of the week. Danhausen, yes or no? So a lot of people.
When do we get to answer it?
I'm still posing the rest of the question. A lot of people did not understand what a Danhausen was. And I was very surprised by this myself. But a lot of casual fans or people who didn't watch AEW for the 7 days that he was actually on it, and aren't indie fans, are not IWC people. They're not, they watch enough wrestling, but they're not necessarily smart marks. They just don't know who Danhausen is. So there was these two levels of reaction that were out there. And it was very interesting to see it was like very polar opposites. Some people were like, wait a minute, I just watched this box for 3 weeks and then this Goulardi looking whatever falls out with some dancing girls and doesn't even wrestle, and he doesn't even look like a wrestler. It's just some dork in makeup. What the hell is WWE doing to me? That was genuinely a lot of people's reactions. And I was surprised because I wasn't thinking that way at all. And then there's the other people that know Danhausen's story and know that he got a bit of a raw deal at AEW, that he had this great gimmick going with Hook for a while. And, that
I wouldn't say a bit of a raw deal.
I'm being polite, but it wasn't. Okay, let's be honest. Wasn't the best situation for Mr. Danhausen. He got into some back and forth with TK in the office, and he sold so much merchandise, by the way. Like in 2024, I believe he was the number 2 merchandise seller for the whole year, and I think he was on TV 3 times that year. Something ridiculous. And then he was off TV for a year, and Tony Khan threw him a bone and let him do like one Ring of Honor show in New York at the end of the year. And everyone was like, Danhausen's going to be back. And then it was like another full year, and Danhausen was not seen on AEW or Ring of Honor TV at all.
Oh, there's something funny about that. The Booker T interview somewhere in between, he was talking about it, and he said,
"Damn, Rebecca,
this guy works for a major company, AEW, and he made 100 indie dates in a year."
Yeah,
it was like Booker T was just like, "That's amazing, make that money."
No, and that's the thing. He got paid the whole time, and he was also worth getting paid the whole time because the merchandise that he was selling. He was one of AEW's top merchandise sellers, and he had one storyline on TV with Hook and a couple other random appearances. He had put his own money into some promos around Halloween one year, and I think one of them got used and re-edited, and then they didn't use the rest of them. And then he was out for a while and he was running his booking dates through AEW, but then I think he didn't do it once or twice and got caught taking dates that he didn't have approved or something. So then the office got heat, and then he said, but like, you have to understand, like, this dude is salt of the earth nice. He's like the nicest person on the planet. And imagining him with any kind of beef with anyone is mind-boggling to all 10,000 people in the industry that know this guy. Nobody understands, like, how did you get so on the outs with Tony or whoever in the office? Nobody.
Cocaine makes you paranoid, doesn't it?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. That's what happened. But I'm just saying, like, even that, though, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to anyone that knows him or even TK, because TK's not, like, mean. Like, he's got some sore spots and he can be a little vindictive, but it just seems really, really odd. So all of a sudden you see, like, you hear these, we heard the rumors that he was coming to WWE, and like, I thought it was like the Jericho thing at first, where people were just talking sideways out of their ass and there was no way. Like, people were like, oh, Jericho's going to be at Royal Rumble. But literally, I know that he had, you know, booked dates in Europe the same days, like, and the concert was never canceled. Like, Jericho was never, ever, ever going to show up at Royal Rumble. And every person who put that rumor out there was just wishful thinking from them. Was never a chance, never a possibility. Right. But then, so I was feeling like the Danhausen thing was that. But then all of a sudden, they open the box and you see the coffin and you're like, oh my God, this is happening. Because nobody over 5'9" could even be in that box. So it has to be Danhausen. It's not the Undertaker. It's a very tiny box. And sure enough, Danhausen and all of his dancing girls and his wife in makeup, trademarked face paint, by the way, that he owns the trademark to. So he makes money off of that crap too. And the Danhausen masks that have his face paint. He's a merchandising machine. Out comes Danhausen. So we all popped when we were doing the watch along, and you can see our reaction videos up right now on our Instagram.
Oh, watch party now from now on.
Yeah, watch party, not a watch along. We've been corrected by my evil children.
We're cool and we're hip.
Dad, watch along
by the words
Watch
we use.
party.
Do that,
The
man. Let's do that.
watch
Yeah.
party.
Raise the roof. Anyway, do you guys?
Is this oh, that's a thing, isn't it?
No, that's a 6-7 thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys see the criticism or the need for the criticism? Like, is WWE, regardless of what people who like and know Danhausen think, are they stepping in it and making a mistake here, or is this okay?
First, as a person who wasn't there for the, so the best thing to watch is watch the video that the WWE even put out themselves, and the lights go out, and you just hear a guy go, "Worst surprise ever." However, it's classically, it's WWE. We do this every time with them. Every time there's going to be a surprise, new era, all that horseshit. It always falls on its face because it's always kind of built up by the company, which leads expectations. Fans generally don't actually have much expectations of the company now because of the way they've handled things before. But they keep on pushing so that fans' expectations do slightly get cranked up or crank up or more, and it becomes a thing. But 2 weeks out, people were saying it was Danhausen. And also the thing is you got to remember that most people who were at that arena or watched have never, ever heard of a Danhausen. Wrestling's moved on to a time where generally everybody's serious. They all wear jeans and a t-shirt, black t-shirt, and they do serious things.
Like Orange Cassidy.
Characters. You know, there isn't a Danhausen character really, and if there is, they become beyond comedy. They become something that's just absolutely to be laughed at, not with. Yeah. But I really liked it. I actually really liked the little debut because exactly.
Clip that. Steve said he liked something.
Yep. Pop of the week.
Arturo, if you're watching this, please clip that part. Play it at the.
We're already doing Pop of the Week.
No, I'm just saying.
No. I was just.
I have a drop.
Generally, I like that whole. I'm in proper early 90s. Like.
All right, I do have to defend this, and then we're going to bring our guest in. But I got to defend WWE in one aspect of this Danhausen thing, which is they put the crate into the same time slot where you would have normally seen a 24/7 bit. They even had R-Truth in one of the bits. Like, it was pretty much set up as like, hey, this is a comic relief thing, and the way that Pierce and Nick Aldis were playing with the crate and sending it back and forth to each other was kind of a comedy bit. Like, there should have been no expectation for this to be a big, serious thing. It wasn't like the masked guy that was coming out and causing conflict in big title spots or big matches with big names.
Which masked guy?
Like
There's
getting
more
in
than
the
one.
back that people were ribbing on. So I got to give WWE a little bit of a pass. If people had expectations beyond a comedy spot, it might be on them and not the E.
And the thing is the next night on Raw, or not next night, but on Raw, look what they did with the character.
What up, Tyler?
You just got to wait sometimes, and then bang, he curves.
They did an actual segment with him.
It was the crowd's expectations that got way too high when this evidently was. I mean, if you go back and you put an egg, then also, you know, it's a comedy relief. Like, he wouldn't be serious. Oh, Bear is losing his mind. You have a retort for that? I'm kidding.
What?
You want to say something? What I'm saying? I think it's the people's fault. What do you think, Bear?
I kind of felt like it was kind of like a ode to the sickos, man, in some ways, in the way that like WWE doesn't really cater to that anymore. But it was like a butte that was like only the people that knew who he was like super pumped to see him come out.
I was.
And then on Monday, though, it followed up with a great, on-screen appearance that seemed to be getting really positive results. And so it's nice to see them that they actually had somebody debut and then like followed up with it on Monday while we're still waiting for whatever's happening with Royce Keys.
I think
we know exactly what's happening with Royce Keys. We're getting his sob story. We're getting his Poe Black child moment through the eyes of Stephanie McMahon, of all things. Like, it feels icky. It feels icky.
Yeah,
to
getting
me,
weird.
being black.
Does it feel like exploitative?
Yeah, it feels like they're exploiting him. But look, we'll get back to it because I want to bring the man in. We got a very
what's
special
that movie where
guest.
Sandra Bullock saves black people? What's that movie?
No.
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side.
Let's
They're
move
gonna
on.
blindside
Stephanie
Willie
McMahon
Hobbs. That's
is
horrible.
Sandra Bullock in the Royce Side.
They're going to try that, and they're going to make Django Unchained.
That was a good movie, man. Came front on Django. Anyway, listen, we got to bring in this guy. Here's how I'm going to describe this next guest. There have been times when I walk into an indie show. I don't necessarily know who's on the card. Sometimes I just like to go to a show. Maybe I hit an AIW. Maybe I was hitting Mav Pro out west. Maybe it's, just something random during WrestleCon week at WrestleMania or whatever. But then you get in and you're like, you come through the back and you're like, hey, what's up? You're talking to some people you know. Then you look down and you're like, hey, man, who you got on the show? So I went to one of I think it was one of Sammy Callahan's shows or something. And I'm like, dude, who you got on the show today? You go down the door and it's like, oh, shit. Okay, Masha Slamovich. That's dope. Oh, Speedball Mike Bailey. Okay, this is dope. And then you're like, oh, shit. Gringo Loco is on this motherfucker. We're about to set it off. And then you're real happy because this dude he's going to hate me saying this, but Gringo Loco is probably the number 2 base in all of wrestling right now. Might be number 1, but I'm gonna let him speak on it. And we're gonna figure it out. So welcome to the show right now. The man of the hour, the hombre, Gringo Loco. What's cracking?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for the kind words, man. That was a sick intro.
No, it's true though, dude. When I go to those shows, and it's like a lot of times I don't know, and you're like, there's certain people that you see on the card, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like, I've been to a couple shows, and it's like, oh shit, Willie Mack's on this. This is great. And you're just really damn happy, You're one of those guys, man. I have yet to see a bad match. I love all the stuff you do, and I think that you're like every wrestler's favorite wrestler kind of wrestler. If that makes what do you? I
sure aim to be. And let's not diminish Willie Mack. He is absolutely awesome in the ring as well. I mean, the most charismatic dude I've ever been in the ring with is Willie Mack. So. Absolutely. Anytime he's on the card, I get happy too.
Oh, for sure. Like he's just one of those guys. He's just a genuine joy. And
Yes.
and if you've ever been at an IHOP with Willie Mack at 3 a.m,
Oh.
you know just what kind of great life you're living at that moment.
It is belly laughs for hours if you let him. I mean, it's just nonstop. The guy is just insanely funny.
Yeah. I had to listen to him talk about Inward Taker for 45 minutes one night with Cross.
Oh my God, he's one of my favorites.
Funniest experience of my entire life, I think.
I love it.
But it's good stuff. So okay, so I said this base thing, and maybe some of our fans understand, maybe some of them don't. But like, if I locked you in a room with like, I don't know, Mortos and Abismo Negro and Hechicero, and who's gonna fight to the death and come out as the number one base? Like, is it you?
Okay, so here's the answer. There are many base gods in the world. I've given many interviews about this. There's not many, but there are a few that are just beasts of catchers in this business. So I don't necessarily know who would come out, in first place out of that room, but I think we each have our strengths in what we do. And I also think that we have different ways of doing things. So, I might be an absolute expert of catching a head scissor from the, third rope outside to the ring. But then Taurus can do this incredible other trick that I might have a little bit of difficulty with. But those guys that you just named are absolute base guys. It's Cero, Taurus, Ultimo Guerrero, Euphoria, Ray Scorpion, if you're familiar with. I mean, these guys, Averno. I could go on, but a lot of them come from CMLL. My original training was with CMLL, so I take that as a badge of honor. The best bases in the world for Lucha Libre come from CMLL. So, I mean, not to say anything bad about AAA, but, the real badass bases are for CMLL, absolutely.
Well, I mean, AAA has a different format that I think, it lends them to needing one guy every now and then, but it's not quite the same. It's not done quite the same way as CMLL. So I think they got away with not having to have those guys, or they could have one or two on the roster, or bring somebody in for a weekend, just to showcase some other guy, some smaller guy. Like when Vikingo was kind of rolling through there, I noticed all of a sudden they were booking Taurus a lot more because they were real good in the ring together, and it was great. And when we say Taurus, by the way, we're talking about Mortos. We're not talking about new Taurus, guys. That's he needs a couple more days before he gets in that category. But original Taurus is he's one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah, he is fantastic. He's a really old school luchador from CMLL, and it took him, I don't even know how many years to get back into Arena Mexico, but when he did, I mean, I could tell you firsthand that he was so happy about being back there, because it's where he belongs. It's where he came from. And he's just one of the strongest bases for all those incredible flyers down there, man. It's a perfect magical fit.
So, okay.
So wait, are we talking about Mortos Esquire? Is that?
The lawyer. Why do I feel like that's going to turn into this silly gimmick, and he won't have to base anybody anymore? It's going to be.
Ah, man, I'm hoping so.
I really imagine.
I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
We have
just
ideas,
stopping someone getting to the side on a waiver before they do the dive.
Oh, there's so much potential to it.
It's famous B from Lucha Underground, except he can actually go. He can be a heater. He can be a bass. He can, do comedy.
Absolutely.
So, Gringo, you walk in the door at GCW, Game Changer, and you're the Lucha bass guy in a room full of light tubes and hardcore dudes and gigging, and you somehow have really fit in there over the last few years, to the point where you're doing like your own shows now and stuff, and we'll talk about that too. But like, how did this come to be? Because stylistically, I mean, there's guys there that can go with you, but at the same time, like, it's a perfect fit that I would have never have understood being a perfect fit. How the hell did this happen?
Yeah, so I was discovered in Cleveland, Ohio. I was doing Chicago, Cleveland, back and forth for AIW for John Thorne, who is a fantastic guy, by the way. Love him. to death.
I think I saw you and Steve Payne together here in Cleveland once in AIW.
Yep, that's right. We were called Crazy Payne, brother. Crazy Payne, yeah. We actually were AIW Tag Team Champions, which is pretty sick. And so, yeah, back and forth, man, round trip, 12 hours, driving, no hotel, just struggling. And Brett Lauderdale comes out of nowhere and says, I need you on my shows. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, cool, whatever, where is it? He's like, I got a big show coming up in New Orleans. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not driving to New Orleans. I just know it's not going to happen. So I kind of gave him the wave off of like, yeah, man, for sure, we'll work it out. And, rest in peace to Marcus Crane. He was the one that looked at me and he was like, bro, he just offered you Spring Break. This is the show that you cannot miss. And I said, okay, well, I will fly myself down there and take your word for it. And, I don't know if you remember, but Spring Break 2, currently as it stands, is their highest drawing Spring Break of all time. It's about 2,400. I think he just posted that stat a couple days ago. So I came in, not really known. I had the slightest buzz of whatever independent wrestler. I was in an unannounced 6-man tag with Teddy Hart, DJ Z, Tony Deppen, Eli Everfly, KTB, and I think there was one other person in there. Not sure. Came in as an unknown. I pretty much showed out, had a really decent showing that night. I think that I showed the people enough basing and flying and catching that the people were like, oh, who is that? Let's bring him back. And, you mentioned about the hardcore and blood and gigging and all that. My next call to get into that GCW locker room again was in Chicago, and it was one of the NGIs, which is where all the craziness comes together and all of these contraptions. And I was just walking around looking at some of this stuff saying, wow, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not part of that. I'm a normal match with I think PCO was in it and Deppen. It was a normal match, but everything else around me was like, I hope this isn't leading me down this path. Cause a lot of this stuff I'm looking at is scary. It was like a bat with real nails and just so many fork boards and half can doors. I'm just like, man, I don't know. Well, let's just see, GCW, I knew every time that I had worked GCW until that point, it was a really fun experience. And the fans were just, rabid. And I loved it. And I was like, man, I want to stay here. This is way cooler than what I was doing before. AIW was cool. It was a pressure box. But GCW was a whole different animal, man. I mean, the people just understood. And especially that show that I did in Chicago, the people knew me a little more there. So I think that's where the spark happened with the gasoline, where it was like, that was seen on the stream, whatever streaming we were doing back then. And then they were like, it kind of caught fire. They're like, oh, this guy's kind of good, and I had to, scratch and claw my way out of the scrambles and kind of get a little more respect from the locker room. And, at the end of the day, what ended up happening is it's like, okay, you're very good. What's your strengths? Who do you want to work? And I would just name all these people, mostly luchadors. And that's pretty much how it happened, man. I just got put in there with, really good wrestlers, and I became better by doing that. And here we are present day.
It's freaking amazing. I want to let the boys get into Meefloaf. You look like you were about to say something. Get in there.
Oh, no.
Get in there,
I remember AEW was really, really super popular. Penta and Phoenix ran through there. Ciampa, Gargano, all those guys back in the day. And my friend Dave goes to a lot of the Chicago shows, and I think you and Aero Boy are his favorite guys. But yeah, he's always out in Chicago. So I kind of first saw you via Dave. Did you manage to get to WXW in Germany?
It's my favorite place to work in the world, bro. It is incredible at WXW, bro.
Yeah, that's just I've never managed to get across, but a couple of guys that I go to watch wrestling within the UK, they go out religiously. They'll go to 20 of their shows a year because the guys.
Yeah, I had the privilege of doing their 16 karat tournament, and incredible experience. Probably the best experience I've had in wrestling. These fans are incredibly intelligent, incredibly nice. They buy all the merch. They just love the shit out of you if you're a good wrestler, and that's all they bring over to WXW is good wrestlers. So happy fans, happy wrestlers, happy locker room. You can't get better than that.
Our Australian guys want to know if you've ever wrestled down under.
Yeah, so GCW had a tour there, I want to say 2 years ago. I wrestled the Kingo in Sydney, Australia, one-on-one, and it was incredible. We did Brisbane, and we also did Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. Those were the three. Yeah, it was. Australia is incredibly beautiful, man. Highly recommend if you've never been.
I have to go now because we have several viewers and even a co-host, Comatose, who will probably swing through in a little bit, who's from down there, and it just sounds wonderful.
I'm not allowed to go there.
And Meefloaf can never go there. He's from Falmouth, England, and he said some things about Australians on this show that might preclude him from surviving a trip to Australia.
I drink Fosters to wind them up. It's
so. Let me ask you this: how much have you wrestled in Mexico? Because you seem like a second son of Mexico at this point, and Gringo Loco, as the name aside, all jokes aside, man, you are real lucha libre. You are a luchador for real.
Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation.
People should not get it twisted even a little bit.
I've been working on hoping you saying that for 23 years. So I'm glad that you're recognizing it. And it's not just, a goofy name. Somebody who's a casual fan that sees that name is going to automatically think goofy, but guaranteed if they see the show, they'll come out believing like, wow, that guy was really good. But, Mexico and Mexico City in general and Guadalajara, huge chapter in my wrestling life. I went down there to train, back and forth training, ran out of money, would come back, make some more money, go back down there and train as much as I could. It was a very bumpy road. But they always welcomed me with open arms. And I did a full stint of 2 years down there. And I did IWRG, which a lot of people are now familiar with. When I was down there, nobody knew what that was except for a handful of smart marks. But did 2 years down there, was a trios champion. I did a lot of bloody matches with, rest in peace, Black Terry, fantastic teacher. He was the one that kind of, I don't know if you've seen my bloody matches and stuff, but he is definitely the inspiration to like the rabid, crazy, off the cuff Gringo Loco when he gets hardcore. That's the guy who made that happen. So yeah, 2 year stint down there, just training probably 2 or 3 times a week and just getting as many reps as I could wherever. If it was a Mexican festival in the hot sun with a vinyl canvas, I'm there. Let's burn my back. Let's get this rep. Let's get better at basing. And I started working with the man known as Bushi, who was in New Japan now. I think he jumped. And he was the one that kind of made me kind of pursue basing as like a job. He would call all this stuff, and he wasn't the lightest guy. He would call like the Mystico head scissor where you jump on the second rope, turn around and land and then go. And he would always call it with me. And I said, why do you always call this with me? And he says, in Spanish, he says, it's always for sure with you, siempre seguro. And that, like, it was such a light bulb that went off. It's like, man, that dude, he's really good. He trusts me every time to catch him. So now I definitely can't ever fail him. And then in my mind, I was like, I can't fail anybody. And then years later is when the base god thing happened, where I'm like, I'm not going to fail anybody. And I wanted people to like try to beat the base with things like in training or in an actual show, and it just never happened. I was like, oh man. And it was me and DJ Z talking on a couch one night, and I was looking at Guerrero work, Ultimo Guerrero down in CMLL. I was like, man, dude, that guy never drops anybody. He's like a god of base. And he looks at me, he's like, you ever dropped anybody? And I was like, not severely, definitely not on purpose. He goes, then you're a base god. And I was like, wow, that has a ring to it. He's like, you should run with that, dude. See what happens. And then here we are, man. Years later, the worldwide base god Gringo Loco, man. It just it worked out, thankfully.
I mean, it really is an art form, and a lot of people like they don't get it. They watch Lucha Libre and then they want to see the guy doing the tornado. It's like, never mind the guy that's making sure that guy doesn't, land face first on a steel chair in the front row.
That's right.
And also there's a trick to making the other guy look spectacular and still getting your shit in, which is what I like about you as a base. Like even Taurus is like, he had trouble for a while finding good ways to get impressive stuff off himself, so he didn't just look like a guy who was standing around to catch people, because that's too obvious too. But you definitely get your shit in. So like what is the balance in being that base guy, but also still having some flash and being impressive out there?
You know what? It's so incredible that you mentioned Taurus with what you just said right after that. So for years, I was in my mind thinking, this is my role in this business. I'm going to catch people. I'm going to arrive to shows for the guys that I'm going to be catching. I'm going to Laredo Kid used to call me Santa Claus because I would come with a bag full of gifts and awesome things that I could base for the talent that I was in the ring with that night. He would always say, "And what about you? And what about you?" I was like, I don't need it, you know. So there was one night in Chicago, and Torres knew this about me. I always used to tell him like, "Oh, you know, I have this for Laredo, I have this for this guy." And he asked me, he was like, you know, Gringo, what about you? And I was like, you know, I'll just do a couple things. He was like, why don't you just try this for one night? And I said, what are you saying? He goes, why don't you get your stuff in first in the very beginning of the match, and then you help everybody else. And just tell me if you feel any different at the end of the match, right? So I get in there, I do my stuff, I do a split leg moonsault. We're in Chicago too, which makes it a huge difference in the reaction. And I mean, if that didn't change my career for the better, when you just said, you know, you get your shit in, it is absolutely because of Mortos, because of what he told me that night, because I started worrying about what, you know, how I'm going to look and be perceived in the fans' eyes as a wrestler. You know, I'm not just the guy catching now. I can also do many things. And I was always able to do many things in training, but I just never thought to do them at shows. And then, you know, he kind of gave me the confidence to do everything on every show while still helping out as much as I can or as much as they want. And I mean, that's really where I'm at in my career now. Like, I can absolutely help you with anything that you want to do crazy, but I also will be seen as a great wrestler at the end of the night.
Smart. Byron, I don't want to leave you hanging, brother B. You want to get anything in there? Speaking of getting your shit in.
That was going to be the question I was going to ask, because I mean, it's you stole my question, you stole my thunder, because it is like you're known for basically someone else getting all you know, showing out, and there's a certain group of people who will respect your role in that. So I was curious about how you're able to get your accolades to get all your stuff in the matches. So he took my good question, but I will say I often go to GCW at the Ukrainian Cultural Center in LA, and it's always a blast when you have a match. And when I bring friends who are new to wrestling shows, there's a couple things I tell them. I warned them about the Nick Gage intro. You know, I warned them when Jacob Fatu was still wrestling on the indies and we're ringside. I'm like, get on your feet, get ready to move. And whenever you're in a match, I tell them this is going to be the best match of the night. You're going to see some awesome shit.
Thank you for that. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
UCC is, man, is it my favorite place in the States?
There's something about it.
It's just magical in there, man. That ceiling and the lighting and just the raucous fans. And how about just like the curtain that we come out of? It's so just discreet and easy and whatever. But like once you cross through that threshold, man, those people are insane. I love them so much. LA probably number one in my book.
Sorry. I had to check on our common friend. She just had a match, a championship match. That was not. It did not go her way this time. So, you know, I had to give Thunder a call to see how she was doing. So that's why I was not on camera. Hey, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you guys talking about, but I gotta say something. So I met up with him last week because he came to I guess an indie. It's kind of I don't know how long this is running. It was my first time in this indie show. It was a really nice place. And I saw your name on it. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a great show just because I saw your name on it. I was like, oh, that's a guarantee. I mean, I knew for a fact there would be a guarantee that I would have a good match on the show, right? Overall, it was a really good show. It was kind of a hardcore vibe to it because there was a lot of, you know, the girls, the women's match had a couple of light tubes on it, and then the one after you had the match also had that. So it was great to see you and kind of like tell my friends like, you are going to see a really good match. This is what a good match should look like, right? And they were like, oh yeah, we get it. So it was like an educational thing because like most of my friends are like new to wrestling. My girlfriend is new to wrestling, and my sister-in-law too. So they really enjoyed like the educational aspect of the match, if I can say that, right? And I really appreciate it. And of course, then you lost us for an hour and a half trying to find your hotel. So yeah, that was the other side of it. But yes, it was a great night. I hadn't been in one of those like local shows here, over there in Monterrey. I'm in Tijuana right now. So yeah, man, I really appreciate your just that your capacity to make a crowd go nuts in less than 5 seconds. So can I talk about what you did, and then I can ask you a question about it?
Of course, man.
Yeah. Okay. So this dude comes out. Of course, Gringo Loco, right? He has the tights are the flag, right? Am I wrong? Is that what you're wearing? The American flag? And
not that night, but yeah, I usually did when I was in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he starts singing the United States national anthem, and everybody and then they put the music, and it was like the music, and if you look back, he starts singing. Man, that crowd already knew what was happening. But at the same time, I gotta say, there is a level of respect, because I think everybody just like kind of did a little research, but there was a level of respect to your presence and your character there, right? Because I think it was an educated crowd that was there at the time, right? So I got to ask you, how do you feel about that, right? And at the same time, how do you feel playing a heel in Mexico, man? Because like I don't want to ruin it for you, right? Like I don't want to ruin your gimmick or whatever. But you speak Spanish better than a lot of Mexican people that I know. You know what I'm saying? That live over there. So when we having a conversation, like at the taco place that we were talking, it was like you're talking to one of my homies, man. Like, so
Yeah.
how do you feel about that, man? That's a great experience, for me at least.
So I think all those years that I scratched and clawed in Mexico City and just trying to learn the language properly and learning how to base and being a heel. I mean, if you guys want to know the absolute truth, where I thrive 100% in this business is being a heel anywhere in Mexico and basing really good high flyers. Like if I could just do that for the rest of my time and ride off into the sunset, that's what I would like to do. But I got to the States and had this conversation with Mortos, changed my whole trajectory, became a huge babyface in the States, and I'm pretty comfortable doing that now, right? But like where my nectar of Gringo Loco is, it is being a very big asshole in Mexico and singing the national anthem every day. Like, I mean, how beautiful did I sing that, bro? Like that night, right? Wasn't it incredible?
Okay, so this is the other part that I gotta tell. So we're in the back. We're going to get tacos, right? And they would start talking about, and I start talking like shop, right? Like start talking about like not necessarily the character. And then everybody gets annoyed about the fact that he's saying the national anthem, and then he starts cutting a promo on the back of my truck to the people that work with us. It's like, oh come on, you guys love the way that I sing it. Wasn't it beautiful? Man, God, man. And it's like you brought back the show to the truck. Like, you know what I mean? That I was like, oh,
kayfabe lives.
Yes, because he got everybody to still be in that moment again. It was great, man. Yes, and you sing beautifully.
I mean, yeah, so yeah, we can smarten them up a little bit. I make sure to sing the worst that I possibly can at these shows but I own it. And I act like it's great, and the people get even that much more annoyed. So that's why it works. I've been doing that national anthem in Mexico and Canada and everywhere that I can. Whenever they want me to be a heel, I said, okay, great, give me the mic. I'm doing the national anthem of the United States. Like, that's happening. And it works everywhere, man, especially now with everything going on. But Monterrey, fantastic crowd. I mean, they ate that up so much, dude. It was great.
We got to let Bear get in. Bear, do you want to get your shit in?
Like, what's your favorite like high flyer to work with? Like, who's your best dance partner?
I just had it last weekend. I just had top 3 crowd interactions all time for me last weekend. His name is Commander, bro. This kid is unbelievably talented. Like, he is just the greatest of any generation. You know, he knows how to base, he knows how to fly, he knows how to, you know, do hold for hold. He knows how to do all of it, man. And like, I think that according to him, you know, I'll do like the little dance nowadays in the matches or whatever, and he was gonna like mock me. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about that or whatever." And I was like, "Just let yourself go today, see how you feel." And he loved it. So I think that, you know, maybe that little chat and that little action that I had him do will start to open him up more and become more, you know, Shakespearean in a sense, and like do different things than he would, you know, because doing that run and spaceman dive every night, you know, a little risky, right? Maybe you could just do a little jig and get a reaction and do like something else. But man, it was seriously magical. That was for Warrior Wrestling in Cincinnati, of all places. My first time in Cincinnati, and wow, very, very memorable.
That match is available on YouTube, by the way.
It is, yeah. They just released it tonight. Yep.
Thank you for smarting him up. Thank you. Yes, we need him to be in the business for a while. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other part.
He's a real lovely kid as well, isn't he? Absolutely, like wonderful human.
Yeah, he's great. He's got a lot of charisma too, and it's like, I want him to just bring more of that charisma to the ring all the time, and like find ways to let your personality come through and not just the moves. Like the moves, they're gonna be there for you, bro. Like, but give me a little shimmy, give me a little something, give me, you know, interact with the crowd, play with people over, you know. Slow down before you hit that chop on the outside, and look at somebody in the crowd, and just do all of those little things. But he'll get it, man. He's still young. He's got time, and
very young. Yes, yeah. He's gonna get it, and it's gonna be a big deal once he fully understands what's going on. I mean, superstardom, bro, for sure.
I told him I wanted to see him do a Prince gimmick once.
Oh, that'd be great.
It'd be so good.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Commander and a Prince gimmick. So. Speaking of guys who fly, here's an Andor question for you: Jack Cartwheel or Jack Evans?
For
anything, if you have to pick between the two of them, to be on the road, to be in a match, which guy are you picking?
Well, this is easy for me, God. My brother is Jack Cartwheel. We have been up and down the road. Canada, Japan. I mean, we've done a lot of the world together, and you know, we've done Costa Rica. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, and I think that complimentary to him being in front of me as a rival in the ring, we kind of work insanely great as a tag team too, because he's officially a desperado right now. Like, whenever he's called upon to be a tag team with me or with Ares or with now that we have Vengador in the mix, he you know, he gets in there. Jack is so dialed in right now. Jack Cartwheel is so dialed in. It's incredible to watch. You know, when I first met him, he was a little unsure of himself. He would always ask me a million questions. Now it's like, hey, can I show you this? Because I know that it worked. And look how sick the people responded to it, you know? So the fact that he's having all this success is, I mean, not surprising to me at all. You know, I knew it was a matter of time before he was going to get put on the right platform. And there he is, AAA, holding the Cruiserweight Championship, I think, last weekend, right?
Yeah, like, I was not expecting that. And I think we even were talking about it in our DM, and I was like, I don't know if Jack has a contract. I thought he was just one of those, like, you know, per appearance guys or whatever. And then we're watching, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, per appearance guys don't walk away with fucking belts. What's going on here?
Well, I don't know if you saw it. So he was just holding it, saying one day.
He was just.
Is he still a pure? I can't even speak. Per appearance guy, or is he gonna get a real real
as
run
of right now? Yes, I can affirm that. Yeah.
Give the man some shine. Give him a real run.
I agree.
He's gonna be in a 4 fatal way kind of a match thing. I
Which
think
is great.
That's what they are hinting, because they had the four luchadors.
Here's some words I never thought I'd say. Let's hope Taker likes him for AAA.
Yeah. So if you want to pull the curtain back a little bit, Taker likes Cartwheel. I can confirm that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And that's so weird to me. It's like these guys, you know, Jeremy Borash going down there when they started, and you know, now Taker getting involved, and it's so weird to see, you know, Mark Calloway's name at the end of the show now, and I'm just like, what universe am I living in And I was telling these guys, I had a conversation with Carlos, with Conan, like 3-4 years ago, and he was describing to me exactly what this show is right now. And it's been his dream forever. That's what he wanted Lucha Underground to be like, is what AAA is like right now. And it was crazy. I won't lie. I absolutely thought he was batshit. I was like, bro, that'll never happen. And at the time he was saying, well, we were talking to Vince and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen one of these days. And Dorian's working on this and this. And I'm like, whatever, bro. It was just one of those, like, it just sounded like a pipe dream. And now every time I turn it on, I'm like, and I tell Tony this every week, I'm like, I still can't believe that fool said this to me, you know. And at the time we were talking about Azteca Underground for MLW. That's what and him were talking about. And this is the same guy who was telling me about this vision that's happening right now. And I'm like, no, bro, like, you're talking to Court Bauer about the third-rate version of Lucha Underground right now. Like, this, whatever this other thing is you're saying is such a pipe dream. No, man, it's really happening. Like, and we're getting a lot more CMLL now through AEW and whatnot. Like, and you know, I know smart marks in the middle of nowhere that know about the Crash and other Lucha Libre stuff. Like, how is it for you being this, you know, American guy who has been in Lucha Libre for a while now, seeing this kind of new renaissance of Lucha Libre? Does it hurt your parts that WWE now kind of has the license to the history of Lucha Libre, or are you excited to see where it's going?
No, I'm excited, man. I think that those CMLL guys and AAA guys had so much talent throughout all of these years that it was only a matter of time until that cream rose to the top. I think that especially CMLL, in my opinion, like some of those moves and things that they do, the theatrics and just everything that's involved with that show, you can't contain that forever. Like, somebody is going to see that and know we need to take that to the States and we need to absolutely explode it on the right television platform. And then, you know, Tony Khan loves that style, so like he's going to grab it, and he did. And he's doing shows in Arena Mexico, which is never, you know, that was never the norm. You know, you could never just go into Arena Mexico and do a show. The only guy that I knew that would do that was like Ultimo Dragon back in the day. He would have his own show once a year, and it was like a big deal that somebody else was running Arena Mexico besides CMLL. So, no, it definitely doesn't hurt, man. I think it's just it's great for the future of Lucha Libre. Like I said, I've been in this pretty much all of my adult life, and to see it grow and expand and be accepted in the United States finally, and people just realizing, like, man, this shit is cool as hell. It's pretty much what my drive has been the whole entire time I've been in this. Just for, you know, I would go onto American shows and wanted to be the lucha match on the show to show them, hey, look at this style of craziness that we can do. Why don't we bring this back? I mean, going back to, man, 2009 and AAW, you're in Chicago. I was there with mini Charlie Manson, and we were doing Lucha Libre on the show, and people were losing their minds. And then that was our tryout match, and we come to the back, and the promoter Danny Daniels goes, well, that was incredible. Here's the dates for the rest of the year. And that is such a pivotal moment in my career where I was like, damn, man, this is sick, and people are liking it. He liked it. He's the promoter. He just gave us the dates for the rest of the year. This is what can work. And I've just been in it ever since, man.
Okay, so but we got to talk about this whole promoter thing, because now you're kind of going that direction yourself. What is this show that you do for Game Changer? What is this Gringo Loco show? What is going on here? Talk to me.
Oh yeah, it's the world on Lucha. I was approached by Brett one year and said, you know, we should do a Lucha show purely. I said, yes, I would love to do that. I can help in any way that I can. I'll bring you any of the guys that you want. Or we could try to get, you know, some of the untouchables at the time. And he says, yeah, I want to make it good. I want to have some heavy hitters. So I did my research and got the numbers and kind of persuaded people to do this and that and come in. And I think that he saw my drive and my passion for what he was trying to do with a Lucha show, that he was like, you know what, man, I'm going to slap your name on it, and we'll just see where it goes. And, you know, every time that we've done it, it's done very well. You know, we've done Jersey City, Dallas, LA. The first one was Dallas. I have big aspirations to do one in Chicago. I think it would do incredibly well. I don't want to run the venues that everybody runs, so we're trying to nail that down. But if it not been for Brett Lauderdale and his vision along with my vision, it would never have happened. And the fact that I have, I can expose Lucha Libre to so many people on the GCW platform is a dream come true, man.
So when's the next one? What's going on for the next one?
Yeah, so we are going to do Mania Week, Thursday, April 17th at 11 a.m. We're going to try a different slot. We'll see if, we're getting people, as they're coming in for their crazy wrestling week. We're going to, try to get them right out of the gate. The card's coming along very well. I think it's going to be one of the more athletic cards. That's kind of the vision that I had, just show the up and comers. And I really wanted to show super strong bases, super strong technical faces, and everybody that I'm bringing in, I'm very familiar with. And I think that it's going to be a killer show. I think it's going to be memorable, to say the least.
Well, shit, if you got them on Thursday at 11 a.m., that's great because they won't be tired from the other 4 shows and signings that they're doing the rest of the week.
It's like right out the gate, let's get this out of our system while that Lucha show was sick. What else do we have? You know what I mean?
I mean, last year I was at shows on Thursday most of the day, starting at, I think, 11 a.m. because we had stuff to do on Wednesday and whatnot. But yeah, it was like some of those are the best shows, man. And if you guys are out there in Vegas, WrestleCon week, like, you gotta take in some of the great shows, man. Like, I think I went to 3 or 4, and then I'm pretty sure I went to 3 the year before in Philly. And I think I caught you. I think I caught you on Sammy's show. Were you on that one that year in Philly?
I'm on a lot of Sammy's shows. Are you talking about during Mania week? No.
Yeah, in Philly. I don't know. It was a great show. It was in that like church type place.
Oh, yes, dude. There's a whole story about that if you want to hear this, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, my God. I had just worked, I want to say, Kenta, right? And that is, a pretty hard-hitting match. And I knew that I had to leave right away to make that show. So I drive up, and there's no parking by that church, wherever that was.
No, I parked about a mile away.
I see Trey Miguel, and Trey Miguel's like, yo, you're about to go out. And I was like, I got to park somewhere. This is great. It's like a movie, man. He comes out running. I pop the trunk. I grab my bag. He drives the car. He's like, I'm going to park it for you, bro. I start changing or whatever. I have to call him because I'm the champ and I forgot the belt in the trunk. So he has to whip. Listen to this. I talk with the guys for like 2.5 minutes. I mean, maybe even less. And, I already have gear on because I just wrestled. And he whips the car back around. I grab this title belt, and it was like a 6-person scramble. So I'm like, okay, I got some time. I have at least 5 people to go ahead of me to kind of get my bearings about me, to get my mind straight, right? Tell me why, for whatever reason, for the first time in the history of wrestling, me as the champion, he goes out first. So I literally went from the car to 2 minutes of barely talking about anything to grabbing this belt.
Whose idea was that? Was that Sammy pushed you out?
I have no idea. I think it had to have been a rib, dude. But like,
oh, that's great.
I grabbed the belt and I walked through the curtain. If you watch that match ever in your life, just know as I walked through the curtain, I just got to the building. Like, it is insane. Like that, all of that stuff happened in that match, and it was everybody was safe and everything.
Now because I saw Tussle over there laughing his ass off at the beginning of that match, and I had no idea why. So he must have known what was going on.
It was getting thrown into a sold out. You got the stained glass window church venue that I had no idea looked like that, and I just got to the venue. My car probably hasn't even parked yet. I just grabbed the belt 2 seconds ago, and then here we are. That's truly movie shit, man. Incredible.
And also, by the way, the match was fucking fire. There was some great spots. I mean, it was a 6-man match, so it was like everybody kind of getting their shit in. But you worked. You had to work all those boys, and I don't know if you laid any of that shit out, but I'm pretty sure you were calling most of that match, and it was
trying to. Mania week is always just a blur, man. But that specifically might have been a blur. But I remember saying, how is this happening that my music is playing and I'm going before all of you guys? How does this? Sammy must have looked and been like, play his music, let's see what happens,
Right. Probably. He gotcha. Okay, so I have to ask you this. A lot of times I start with this question.
I can't hear you. Hold on. Is your mic off?
I'm still on.
No. Can you hear me though?
Boy.
No, he cannot hear anyone. It's probably his head.
Damn, I can't hear y'all.
Oh
That's
no.
probably.
Oh, I hear somebody. Whoever said, "Oh no."
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear anybody else though.
You cannot hear me? Well,
Guys, fix your microphones.
Byron,
What?
just ask him the final question.
I heard what?
All right,
Oh, I'm
Justin.
on here. What the heck?
Justin, what's the final question?
What is his legacy going
I
to
see
be?
his lips moving. I can't hear him though.
We would
Can you
like
guys
to
hear him?
know. Yes.
Yeah.
So the last question is, what would you like your legacy to be?
Oh man, legacy, bro. Wow, what a question.
Thank you.
I would say one of the greatest American true luchadors and one of the greatest bases of all time. I mean, that's the answer that came to my head. And a true love and passion for lucha libre. Like that guy really loved it and really went after it.
But I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, you guys got to fill me in. Whoever's talking, I can't hear him.
Oh,
He can't hear
Tony's
you.
asking. Tony's asking if you can hear him.
Okay.
Tony, I think
Nope.
it's a no. That's a great answer.
So
What else
can
do you guys
you-
want to
can
say?
can you ask him? I don't know why this happened.
Yeah. Well,
so
probably
that
something we
was,
did.
yeah, that was a question that I had for him. If
Tony said he had
consider-
the same question.
Yeah, no, like if he had.
Same
if he
question.
had-
What's the legacy? Yeah.
No, like what? My question is, what does he think? Like if he thinks of himself as a luchador more than a pro wrestler? That was my question.
Tony's question is a little more
specific.
specific. He wants to know if you think yourself as a luchador more than a professional wrestler.
Isn't it the same?
Is it?
I mean, I think luchadors are professional wrestlers, but we're just experts in the art of lucha libre. I think isn't that the idea? I think. I don't know. I hope so. I think of myself as I think myself as a luchador. Yes, I will say that.
Okay. All right. That
Anyone
What
yeah,
else?
happened to the mic? I feel bad.
How come you
don't
guys
know.
don't work?
I
don't
heard
know.
two of y'all.
Justin, go out and back in. Maybe that'll.
I will do the
Mine
same.
working since I left.
Yeah, mine working. I heard just now.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
me. That's
Meefloaf.
Meefloaf. The British, the Brexican, as they call me.
Brexican. Yeah, I heard that.
Ah. Did you know? Sorry, I'm losing my voice, and I've said 10 things.
How you get
The Eat Like a Luchador cookbook. Are you familiar with? Are you in that book?
Yes.
Man, I hope so. That sounds sick. I want to be in a cookbook.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Meefloaf. So they have recipes from like Phoenix, Penta, Conan, a
Taya.
bunch, Taya, a bunch of names, bunch of great luchadors, and also Meefloaf. He is in there too.
That is an incredible name. I've never heard of that. But what is the name of this book?
Eat Like a Luchador. It was made by the guys at Mass Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to be getting this very shortly. I have recently started dabbling in cooking, so this is going to be very exciting for me. I know.
Don't do my
Yeah,
recipe. It's terrible. I was trying to do something. Well, it's not a bad recipe, but it's just a case of I was trying to find my spot in there because I was like, I don't really want to try and do some authentic Mexican food as someone who's British, and the quality of the Mexican food here isn't great. And so I did a shepherd's pie, and then it was like, what chilies to use? I was like,
Oh, I heard you. No, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Let me see.
Oh, he was beginning to cry about how a shepherd's pie recipe turned out bad.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Is it Mexican shepherd's pie?
Oh no.
Hello?
Guys, should I go back out
Maybe.
and come back in, you think?
Maybe choose.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Yes,
say yes.
yes. Try to do that.
You want me to do
Yeah.
that? I can't hear any of y'all. Let me come back. Hold on.
So what are you guys up to?
I don't know,
So-
man. Just chilling. I'm trying to get some tacos here in Tijuana. I don't know.
Oh, man, I want
Son of a
tacos.
I want
Oh, I
tacos.
want tacos, bro. It's like midnight here. I'm not getting tacos now.
Tony's just like, oh, by the way, I'm in Mexico eating real Mexican food. Just throw
I'm
it in my
actually,
face.
it's 8 o'clock here, but for me, for my brain, it's 10 o'clock. So, and I'm on 4 hours of sleep. So
It's nearly 5 o'clock here, and I still want to eat tacos.
It's
I eat
almost
tacos for
midnight.
breakfast. I
I'll
don't
eat
mind.
tacos all day, every day.
Breakfast tacos.
Yeah,
Regular tacos.
now can you hear us?
Oh.
Yes, thank you guys.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Oh, all good.
Okay, so if I can elaborate a little bit more, I know there's a lot of respect and different kind of nuance on like the risk on being a luchador, and the reason why I ask is yes, in fact, a wrestler, it's a luchador is a wrestler, but there is like this idea that there is like a separate entity, and it is for me because so being a Mexican national and growing up with Lucha Libre, I do see it as a different thing, especially CMLL, where it's like your foundation, right? So that's what I ask, because I love that. I love the fact that you think of yourself as that, because I do respect you in that way as a wrestler. And this is not because we're gonna get tacos at fucking 2 a.m. in the morning, but but it is a fact, right? I there are certain wrestlers that I respect, and that's what I kind of want to get to know them beyond just the work, or doing research for them for the Taco Blog, which you can check on Thunder Rosa channel. But it was very important. It was a thing that I couldn't, because I wanted to hang out. I didn't want to talk to you, and I think makes great content, because that is for me, that is very respectful of the art of Lucha Libre. If you a person that is such symbolic, at least for me, of what a luchador should do for others, right? Because this is what I told them when we were watching you come out. I'm like, watch out, he's gonna make this other guy look like $1 million. And I respect the other guy because he's he's good, right? But I was like, damn, this is just exactly what I expect. And I respect so much from you that you consider yourself a luchador and that you represent Lucha Libre. Also, in the Taco Blog, we find out that you are 0% Mexican. So, so I really appreciate that.
100% Mexican in my heart, man. I think it's because my very, very beginnings is in Lucha Libre, so that's where the deep roots come in. Like my introduction into professional wrestling business is in a Lucha Libre gym here in Chicago. So I think that's why I just consider myself a luchador, because it's from the very, very beginnings of where I started.
Man, I appreciate you coming over. I know that you have 1,000 things to do. You probably have like 7 shows this weekend. So I really appreciate it for coming over. You're always welcome to come by. If you have anything you want to talk to us about, if you have any shows coming up, and please, when you come over here to Mexico, if I'm anywhere in the same city as you, I can always take you to tacos and then get lost for 3 hours trying to find where the fuck you're staying in a hotel. Please tell us where they can buy the tickets for your show at GCW.
Yeah, so the link is on the Twitter account. It's at Gringo Loco OG, or you can go to my Instagram. There's all the information on there, or Game Changer Wrestling on Twitter as well. All those links can be found on there. I just click it, buy 400 tickets each, and you'll be all set, man. I'll see all 400 of you guys out in the crowd live Thursday, April 17th at 11 a.m. Guys, I got to tell you, I do a lot of podcasts. I do a lot of interviews. I do a lot of FaceTime chats. This has been an absolute pleasure with you guys. I feel like this was one of the easier ones. I don't know how long we've been talking, but it felt like a breeze. And honestly, this has been a lot of fun. So thank you guys for having me.
No, we appreciate you swinging through, man. And anytime you want to promote anything or just stop by and say hi, chop it up about anything like this is the place. And probably a little easier because I think all of us are fans of Lucha Libre, and this started off as a Lucha Underground podcast basically back in the day. So we've always followed all of you guys, and when I've been following you since the old AIW days, inadvertently too. And it's just like you're just the guy that became one of my favorite wrestlers just because I kept running into you and seeing you at shows, and we know all the same people, and it's just very cool. So when Tony was like, yeah, Gringo wants to stop by, I was like, fuck yeah, please, absolutely.
Yeah,
tell him like,
that's awesome.
How soon can we do it? Like, let's make it happen. So I'm glad you got a chance to see what we're all about, and we're glad that some more people get to hear what you're all about. And if they don't check you out, they're the ones missing out, brother.
Thank you guys so much, man. Again, you guys have a good rest of your evening, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Gringo.
How do I switch back to? Yeah, look at that. Look at that action. Wait a minute, Byron. Why are you in my corner?
Oh no!
I was excited. I was like going.
There we go.
Wait, is everybody in the right places now? Do we like this? Do we like? I like Tony in the middle. Do I want Tony?
Oh, does anyone in the middle? Does anyone in the chat have a question for Gringo Loco?
Oh wow! Now you ask. You are such a D. Oh, you are such a giant D. Oh man, I had my camera off and I was on the phone with my mom and I forgot to hold the fort down, Byron, because you seem to be really good at that.
Yeah. All right, so guys, here's our next subject.
I love the fact that
Danhausen.
He was listening for Tony to ask his question. You kept interrupting Tony trying to get his words out.
You're a really bad translator.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You got there, man. Really you got there. You figured it out.
It was really good. I could talk and listen at the same time.
Bear, you need to up your game. Shitting on Byron is the one thing I come here every week to do. And we all need to up our games and shit on him more.
All right.
It's not that
he loves it.
Fair.
So anyways, was Danhausen cool at Elimination Chamber Hausen? Did we settle that yet?
No, we were talking about Monday. Monday
Night Raw, they did an actual segment with him, and it was good. But Chamber was...
Byron, I'm going to help you out here by doing this.
Sexy music.
Yeah. So I woke up this morning, and in my little folder that says Om Face, there was
why are you guys not dancing?
A new piece of paper. And you know what that means? It's like a Santa Claus thing. It's magic. When a new piece of paper magically appears in here with all of this stuff, that means I have to run to my mailbox and see what's in there. It says Home Face Fulfillment Shipping Department. You know what that means, guys. It's time for the new product for you
haven't opened it yet.
March product. I mean, this thing is fresh. I am like literally unboxing. This isn't some staged unboxing for like some.
Oh man! Now we're the cool kids.
Do I have to give the product information since I have tested this product?
You already did this product. You've already opened yours. What?
Oh Jesus!
Tell me they were so hard to open.
That's why I use a knife in my.
Tony did the sexy edited video. I'm giving you the raw footage here, guys. I'm giving you the real thing. Get rid of that paper.
Which one are we doing?
It's a lovely card. I'll read that. Should I read the card first? My mother always gets mad at me at Christmas if I don't read the card before.
Well, the card tells you what the product is, and all the good stuff from.
That's the read.
You know what's in? You know what's in there? It's also the copy.
Yeah.
That's what they send me. They're like, we know that you have the sexy voice and you're going to read all about the sexy product.
Just to hurt you here, I got one as well.
You got yours already?
I got the read as well, and I was like,
"Oh, you got the read? Oh, so you good? You can do the read this time then."
No, I don't know what it is.
Do the read. Put some bass in your voice.
What is this? This is a product I've never tried before.
It's so good.
The skin perfecting wash. Now I've only used the face wash.
This is body wash for the shower.
Butt, Byron?
Yeah, you especially use it for your butt.
Oh, it's the body wash.
Lather it.
Please watch your butt.
Lather
it. And show us how it works.
Come swing through, brother. We got an extra spot if you want to stop.
I suffer terribly with my eczema. And I've been getting really bad on the back of my legs. And I use this, and I've only used it in the last, say, a week and a half, 2 weeks, like 3 times. And my skin has cleared up on my legs fantastically. And also, I will say, I did the man thing. It's not recommended, or it's not in their list of things to do uses. I used it on my hair. I did
It's on your hair?
No, I did the man thing of using body wash. I know, but it
The
made
3-in-1, baby. The 3-in-1.
No, I know.
No. That'll be another month. Just wait.
No.
Don't
But I'm
wash your
just
hair
saying,
for another month.
when I did, it made my hair feel amazing. So imagine what it does for your skin.
Makes it feel amazing. Is
My
Bear
hair was
drinking his?
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
With alternative uses. But honestly, I did the
Hydrates.
thing. I couldn't find any shampoo, conditioner because I've run out, and I used it like those guys always do.
Face. Woo. I love
I
this
do have to
song.
ask Byron a question.
I gotta
Byron,
always use
do
this
you wash
one.
your feet?
Do I wash my feet? I wash my
If
feet.
not,
Why?
he'll come to your house and wash your feet for you like you're Jesus.
You don't have to.
All right, let me read this thing because I haven't read this yet. So this is what we call in the business a cold read, because I have no idea what this piece of paper says, but I'm going to read all of it right now because if I do, I get to keep this bottle of body wash. So I'm going to read this. Gotta earn my keep around here. Homeface offers the best-in-class skin, hair, and body care solutions for men. Powered by K-Beauty Technology, HF products are 100% vegan, Leaping Bunny certified cruelty-free, and crafted with clean, skin-friendly ingredients. For a limited time, add our promo code MMM20 to get 20% off plus free shipping. Elevate your grooming routine and experience the HF difference today. The featured product for March 2026 is the Skin Perfecting Body Wash. Retails at around $25, so think about what you're going to get with that 20% off there, guys. And don't forget, visit www.homeface.com, that H is silent, HOMMEFACE.com, to order yours. Product description, let's get into it. Perfect for acne-prone skin. My son's going to use this whole damn thing up. Say goodbye to body breakouts. Dude, if you're roiding, will this fix it, Byron? Can I do a cycle and use this stuff? This is great. Sorry.
I think that's it comes from within. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
All right. Let me continue.
We're not doctors.
It doesn't say anything about that, by the way. They would not approve of me saying that. Say goodbye to body breakouts. Expertly formulated with high-impact ingredients that tackle common skin concerns and infused with bioactive ingredients to purify, smooth, and hydrate the skin for all skin types. Solutions for body acne and blemishes, dryness, acne-prone skin, dull, uneven skin, after sports workouts and outdoor activities, rough texture, and redness. The highlights of the product: free of sulfates and parabens, hypoallergenic, I can't even say that word, non-comedogenic. Wow, I did say that word. Non-stripping, large capacity, 100% vegan and natural, cruelty-free certified. The key ingredients: it clears, exfoliates, and moisturizes with salicylic, God, that's a tough word, acid, PHA. Goes into the pores to break down the oil and dead skin cells for fewer breakouts and reduces excess oil for smoother and clearer skin. Lactobionic acid, which is PHA, gently lifts off dead skin cells to make skin more smooth and even. See, there's like sciencey stuff in this stuff. Glycerin, I can say that one. Glycerin, skin softening, anti-aging, and humectant-rich ingredients that are gentle on sensitive skin. Wow. Bifidia ferment lysate, a probiotic that strengthens the microbiome to help reactive skin become less sensitive to environmental stressors. So this is why they send you copy, because I could never remember some of this stuff. How to use it. You lather a generous amount on a washcloth or a loofah. I just like to see the word loofah. It's like a Dr. Seuss looking word. You lather a good amount on a washcloth or a loofah and gently massage onto wet skin. Apply to areas where breakouts occur especially. Rinse thoroughly. Apply a sunscreen SPF 30 or above before sun exposure to protect your skin further. What does it do? Clears body breakouts with salicylic acid to penetrate the pores, breaking down oil and dead skin cells. The lactobionic acid and citric acid gently exfoliate the surface to reveal smooth and even skin. Collectively, the bioactive extracts nourish, replenish, and strengthen the skin barrier while locking in moisture to hydrate and protect natural skin biomes. That's a lot, but really what they're saying is You got that skin. You got that dry, crackly, pimply skins. This is your jam right here.
It is genuinely fantastic. I like I said, my back of my legs have been absolutely like so bad and like red. And
So get you some. Go to homeface.com. Use our code MMM20, 20% off plus the free shipping. This you'll hear from me next week. I have not used this product before. I've used a great many of their products long before they were ever a sponsor. I swear by the old 3-step process with the face wash, the toner, and then the moisturizer. That was my jam. Now I've added in the new anti-aging, the new number 3. So there we go, man. Right there. Face skin perfecting body wash. All right, there goes the music.
Comma needs to lower his.
I think he's listening to the radio when he's on radio.
Hey, that's what he was. Yeah, that's what
I
he
love
was.
those guys.
Oh my god, that took me back.
That was awesome. Yeah, this body wash is amazing. So I'm glad you guys have it. And now you're not going to be so stinky anymore.
I got to talk about this Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about it.
Oh boy.
So we had 2 reveals. At the pay-per-view. One of them was Danhausen, which we talked about before, the aforementioned Danhausen. And the other one was Seth Rollins.
Can I tell you, for me, I only had one reveal because the main event of my Elimination Chamber was Danhausen, and then I turned it off.
He went
because everybody knew
he went
it was
out
Seth
on a
Rollins.
high note.
There was nothing else to watch.
It's
It was
photographic
over.
evidence of this. If you watch our watch along, watch party.
Watch party.
Not 6'7", Meefloaf. Not
We're hip
6'7".
and
I
we're
don't know
cool.
why you do it, so I'm just doing it because that's what they do.
But someone says the number 6'7", that's the only rule.
You got to trick someone into saying it.
Or just wait.
It just looks like you're playing with some really floppy tits.
How did we go from this amazing interview?
Balls and Byron's case, man.
No, they're firm are better. They're firm. These are floppy.
Pure bedlam.
Great content and then like 3 hours of bullshit.
This
Have you
is
seen the
great
show before,
content.
Tony?
All right, so I take it the panel is not excited to see Seth Rollins coming back. Do we think this is going somewhere? Do we like babyface Seth? Does this mean Becky has to be babyface? What are we doing here?
You are off center, by the way, on the other camera. There you go. Thank you. It's a hard time cutting reels if you are not on.
I prefer Seth Rollins, not on my TV.
Okay.
But
And
question:
Justin loves
Was there
something
any other? Was there any other outcome?
No, there was never going to be. They book themselves into corners all the time.
Yes, there was another outcome.
What?
One that is still
Bad Bunny.
possible. Bad Bunny.
Stone Cold
Bad
Steve
Bunny.
Austin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Omos was the only true.
Or like
what are those
like
That
One
would've been-
time he
a
comes
a new
out.
faction.
One time the mask guy comes out, he's 8 feet tall. All the clothes are too small for him. The mask goes down to the chin.
Yeah,
And it's almost for the reveal, but it's a normal sized person every other time. That'd be amazing.
It was
Justin,
the,
do the
it was the
Vince- do the
worst
Vince
display.
bubble.
man.
What is Vince saying? What is
we
Vince
need
talking
the, we
about?
need the good shit bit.
I can't do it.
He's gonna puke.
He's gonna puke. Do it, Dross.
You
No,
Can you imagine?
There
So
really
good.
was no
So
other
In that
way it
meeting?
was going to end. But like, they really just need to put it into this mania, kill it off, never see the vision again. It needs to be done, binned. It was bad to begin with. It got worse, and everybody's injured.
How do you think that
I
this,
love
this
doing
pay-per-view-
this show.
How do you think that this PLE compared to like the previous 6 months worth of PLEs? Do you reckon it was up there with like the sort of better rating sort of pay-per-view?
No, it was up there with the rest of them. Shit.
Shit. Yeah. I just think like you said before.
It was
I
up
think
there.
that
It was so up there with the rest of them. It was inside me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Deep.
I got back into the show when he stayed inside me.
Meef said he did something very personal to his own Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, because I said they were shit.
It is no longer an elimination only chamber. Okay, so Seth thing not so great, but what we get coming out of that is some storyline. Yes, no, maybe.
Is it a storyline? What is it? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what we get out of it. I'm.
Who's he lining up against? Isn't he supposed to get revenge on people?
Can we have
in the chamber?
Undertaker also grind WWE main shows? I don't know, man. This is driving me nuts.
It's the one thing we never thought we'd be asking
the guys that really screwed Seth over for him to get revenge on were Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, right?
Oh, you know what we need?
I mean, Logan was there, but Logan had been there for like a day and a half. Logan's just sitting around like, okay, I'm going with the majority. Fuck it.
Oh, that's why he beat up Paul Heyman.
Yeah, and this is the other thing. So we've done the Masked Men 1,000 times this just month alone.
60-year-old man, my God.
Followed by Seth Rollins hitting someone in the back of the back with a chair. I mean, what year is this? Is it 2016 or whatever it was? Again, like, are we doing this again? Is that his move? Is that his thing? That's the only thing he can do? Is it his signature?
Did Heyman break his nose? Did Heyman break his nose when he curb stomped him?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That was when LA Knight was driving the car.
No, Vince was driving that car.
I'm surprised Paul.
What do you mean?
That's good. Do it again. What do you mean?
Listen,
it was right in front of you.
It's weird because like Rhea was the only logical choice left to win that first match, and I'm fine with it. Rhea Jade, I get it. Okay, let's do it.
Are we gonna get that?
There's lots of talk that they have some genuine heat. We'll see. AJ Lee, like, okay, yeah, if you're actually gonna bring her back, like I didn't watch a lot of WWE during the AJ Lee time, but sure. If you're going to bring her back, like, why not stick a belt on her, see what happens? Fine, great. CM Punk parading around doing the double belt naked thing, not necessary. I don't need that on my timeline.
He's gonna puke!
He's gonna puke! So then, and by the way, I liked this pay-per-view. I enjoyed watching it. Thinking about the outcomes and where this leaves us doesn't make me happy, but watching the pay-per-view, I enjoyed myself the whole time. I wasn't mad at it at all. Even the CM match was fine. I didn't understand why it was there, but you know, I like Finn Balor wrestling and whatnot. However, coming out of that match,
you had a lot to say about him. In particular, you even
coming out of that match. No, I have. No, it's not that. It's not that I didn't like the match. It's that I now no longer care to ever celebrate Finn Balor in any fashion. Finn Balor is not on my list anymore. Jimmy took me to task in our DM about it. He was like, "But it's not Finn's fault."
Demon Balor. What about that?
Somehow, me saying, "Oh, it should be good going forward for Finn Balor."
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I don't care about Finn Balor anymore. You can't make me care about Finn Balor.
Danhausen this, Danhausen that. Come on, bro. Turn it up.
WWE taught us for a decade, it feels like, to not care about Finn Balor being on your TV. They're teaching us that, and then. And then they gave him an actual main event title match program, let him actually do the top level stuff that he used to do before WWE. And then we all go, okay, we're going to take him seriously now. We've been wanting this for a long time. This is going to be great. And then they tell us, no, just kidding. He's still a mid-carder who doesn't matter. He's the guy in the background who laughs at Judgment Day segments.
Let Tony speak.
Time out. They did not. They cooked this like 3 weeks, and then right before WrestleMania. No, they did not get us hyped up. Of course, I mean, yeah. To Justin's point, of course, that made no sense because it got us to the point that he doesn't matter anymore, and he's probably right. I wouldn't put it like that because that's kind of mean, but I guess that's true. But they did not sold anything on us. This was a pit stop before WrestleMania, and they were gonna give us a really good match, and it was a really good match. But after that, he just goes back to where he was. Maybe now that Dom has lost the title to Penta.
But don't even give me maybes. I don't care. You can't make me care. And here's the thing. It wasn't even a pit stop match. They announced CM's more important match before this match.
They do this a lot, though.
It was a 100% belittling of a guy that I'm supposed to go into a pay-per-view thinking is a top guy. And here's why the PLE era sucks. Because in a pay-per-view era, where you were actually counting on real buys for this pay-per-view, you can't do that. You can't tell me that the next pay-per-view, one of the two guys in your headlining match has a more important match. You can't tell me that before a pay-per-view back in the old real pay-per-view days.
You could justify it on Danhausen coming out. Woo! Sorry, just had.
But I mean, I love Danhausen coming out, but you can't. Don't
get me wrong, man. It was. Yeah.
You can't make me care about Finn Balor anymore. I like Finn Balor. I loved his Bullet Club run. I liked early Finn Balor in WWE. I loved all of his NXT stuff. I loved when he came up. And the moment when they put the Universal title on him made the most sense in the world to me. And I kept saying, okay, at some point we'll get back to it. Like, they hooked Jericho up with the double belt thing, and he was that unlikely guy to ever do that, and he did it. Then Finn Balor was like there's an upswell. This is a guy that would normally be overlooked. He's not the big fucking Vince muscle guy. Every now and then, and it wasn't like a Daniel Bryan or Kofi Kingston kind of thing. It was more natural. It felt right that Finn was at the top of the card at that time. And then for 10 years, they never got back to it. They never gave us a reason to get back to it. They never gave us a moment that felt like they were going to actually get back to it. What do we get after 10 years? Hey, go have a headlining pay-per-view match that isn't even the last card on the match, the last match on the card, and do it with a guy that we already have something bigger planned for, that he's already promoting, that's already on fucking billboards in the city where WrestleMania is. Yeah.
But
go into that.
Did you expect anything less? Did you expect anything less considering the amount of potential talent that goes through WWE? Yeah,
no, but they're getting right. Okay. So now what happens? I punish Finn Balor and the WWE by never ever caring about him as a character within their company again. They did me wrong. They're the boy who cried wolf. They're doing the same thing with Sami Zayn. If I go another 3 or 4 years and they don't pull the trigger on Sami Zayn, same thing. I'm done with Sami. Because you've taught me to be done with them. You've taught me to be
4 years.
You're teaching me
4 years on that.
Oh God, I can't.
Because it's already been 6.
3 more years.
No, I know, but that's my point. There's some of these guys that just don't know if they're going to ever pull the trigger on. You got LA Knights.
They are not.
They got the trigger on them, but it's to put them down. And
look, they're doing the same thing with Damian Priest. They built him up great. He's just shit.
Take you around the back of the shed.
May I please? I think that the problem, the most significant problem, it is the base of what you said. He was a champion, but he was a champion for like 12 hours or some shit like that, right? If he had been a champion for 3 months and they took the belt out of him, then we will be able to say when he does things like that, oh my God, he's going back at it. But he never really was there. Because yes, he's the first undisputed or whatever Universal Champion. But was he for 12 hours?
That's all they ever say. That's all. That is all his WWE career has amounted to. Finn Balor was the first ever Universal Champion. How many times have I heard Michael Cole say that?
He should have worked through the injury.
A decade.
No, it was a broken.
He dislocated his shoulder.
No, he was broken.
Clavicle or collarbone.
So if you take the championship away from
broken collarbone.
If you take the championship away from Finn Balor, right, and say that he's not going to get another shot again or whatever, can he become relevant through any future storyline heading into like Mania, for example, with the whole Judgment Day thing? How's that going to pan out? Like, how would you book it?
So my thing that I said which kicked all this off in the DM, was basically from the Danhausen bit and the little bit before with Judgment Day. The conversation that Finn had was all about no. He's gone. He's had his match with CM Punk. He's realized he's still he can still do it, but he's okay. He's come to peace with what's happened, and it looks like they're going to do something with him to do with like maybe he's on a redemption. No, I don't want to say redemption arc, but like he's now going no. This isn't the way we do things in the Judgment Day. So I think that's going to come to a head now, especially with Dom. Dom's going to be losing it because of like losing his title or anything like that, and possibly blame Balor. But Balor seems to have gone away from the let's win at any cost to know people. And it was the seeds were laid before in a few more of the promos before, but there seems to be a moment in the promo backstage where he was saying, no, Dom, you need to now go out and do it on your own. And then even during the match, taking the hammer away. So I think they're doing something there, and it's the most predictable breakup of the Judgment Day that they've teased 1,000 times.
It gives me a reason to go make popcorn because I will never again care about Finn Balor. It's done.
Could any of you foresee Finn Balor going across to AAA?
Yeah,
he's already in NXT.
And I'm saying like within the storyline and the script of it all, with Dom holding the
I think you're going to see a lot of guys in that position do some little runs in AAA. And I actually think it's because it's going to be good for both sides to do it. I think you might see a Damian Priest go over there for 3-4 months or do a storyline or two. You might see Finn Balor do 1 or 2. I think absolutely, and Finn's got like 4 years left on his contract or something, or 3 years left on his contract. He's
you
not
said
leaving.
He has 3 extensions or some shit.
Right. He's got like 5 years with 2 extensions or something crazy. Like, he's not going to be your darling indie guy to show up at AEW anytime soon, guys. He's not wrestling Will Ospreay in his prime. It's not happening.
AJ Styles might show up still. Don't give up hope.
But with all the gimmicks and stuff that they have over in Mexico with the AAA and stuff like that, you could see him like take the demon character out or something like that and make it relevant again, man. With the championship.
No, what's going to happen? It's going to be the Demon versus Mr. Iguana.
Well, yeah, and then bring in Danhausen.
I like that, but that's my point. Like, okay, so let's say, I don't know, Joe Burrow. He went to Super Bowl, didn't win, and now he will never go back. So are we not going to watch him getting destroyed by the Chiefs at one point again? Of course we're going to watch them.
I think it's like if you want to change Finn up, you got to change his character up. I think that it's one of those things that like where the brand split could be kind of a big.
But what are you gonna do?
You guys really think a fresh coat of paint fixes this?
No. I don't know. I'm going to smack them and do I'm a vet and I don't got it no more, and I got to see if I got it. And now I'm
you're talking about entertainment. You're talking about him being an entertaining act on the TV. WWE has convinced us, has taught us that they will not back the talent. They will not push him. They will not make him matter on their TV show. They haven't, and they're not going to.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
There's a handful of those guys.
Have to be on to turn me around at this point. He would not only have to be on a run, but it'd have to be like 4 or 5 months into a championship run before I would actually be like, oh, they're really going to go with it this time. I mean, that's how bad they've damaged him. He is damaged goods purely because of them.
The problem is, on that
this is Cross getting called up and jobbing to Jeff Hardy times 10 million.
Remember when you were defending that?
And getting a run like in a story there. Actually,
okay, so
it's better to be in the middle where the story is at. There's no story at the top. They've killed every champion who's got the belt in the last couple of years.
Yep.
Like Cody's my god.
Let's put this
the story's
into
done.
context, right? So they did a little thing when Penta. I would like to get to Penta at one point of the conversation, but they did a little thing when Finn was like, "No, he had to do it himself," right? Yeah. So if Finn becomes, I don't know, mega champion at AAA, you still not invest.
What?
I would love Finn as AAA mega champion.
Oh, he'd be
That
great.
might
Okay, there you go.
actually
So you
that
will-
might actually do
So
something.
you would
for
be
you.
relevant again. Exactly. You would be
See,
relevant
there you
again,
go.
then, right?
I fix your booking. There you go. That's it. That's
I would have to, but see, it's
Outside
That's what I was
the
alluding to.
WWE.
That's what I was alluding to.
I would have to feel like A, it was something new, and B, it would have to feel like it was a
Well, it would
different
be.
promotion in a different universe in a different world, even though it's still under the
Jimmy.
WWE umbrella.
That's
He
what
can't
he
do it at
said.
NXT because he's already done that twice. So
But
Don't
again,
forget
Joe
he-
Burrow, that's him. It's fine.
maybe
He doesn't have to be champion all the time.
I'll concede maybe, but
I
I will
don't know
say
why
this.
Bear hates everything.
I will say
everything
this.
he's saying.
I'm
You'll
not
come.
pushing
Joe
for
Burrow-
it.
And that will come.
What?
I'm giving you a
Because
maybe.
Joe Burrow, I don't
That's
know.
my final word on it. I'm giving you a maybe.
Mike.
That's the best you're going to get from me, but I'm not asking for it. I'm not looking for it. They will have to do
5
a
minutes alone.
whole lot to
$10.
make me care at all. It's going to have to be something astronomical for me to give any kind of craps about Finn Balor.
Demon Baller.
Like Finn Balor
No.
to Justin, put a fork in it.
Let's move on. Let's go back to Danhausen for a moment. Not to talk about Danhausen, but to talk about how influential his gimmick has already been, because he cursed one AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio. And that curse led to Casey's favorite wrestler, Lucha El Cero Miedo Pentagon Jr., whatever.
What's the mic?
Penta. I hate his name just being Penta now, but
Yeah,
it
but
led
when
to Penta,
it's better than when his name was his catchphrase.
right? Penta El Cero Miedo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Penta
like he
does
just said-
zero
He
fear.
put the same thing on every line on the trademark paper.
No,
That
no,
is
his
the
best one was
worst
it was
name ever.
El Om.
Yeah.
What's your name? Geometrical the zero fear.
It's 5-sided polygon.
5-sided polygon of zero fear. No, the zero
That's how
fear.
they, in memes
The
in
dark
Mexico,
fear.
that's how they call him. Instead of calling him Pentagon,
Yeah.
they call him 5-sided polygon. That's Mexican memes are because he's just fucking
That's
difficult
amazing.
to say.
That's
The
amazing.
dark polygon.
Anyway, it led to Pentagon being given some of the best mid-show fireworks of all time.
Oh yeah.
Oh
As
wow!
Byron
yeah, that was
pointed out
insane.
and noticed, and I
okay,
went
so I want
back
to
and
bring
watched it. It
that
was awesome.
something up. I want to bring something up. He's been posting. He just made a post right now. You know, it says that day one day, and
Yeah.
he's got you saw it. I'm a little concerned. Is this the ceiling?
No,
I don't think it's the same for him.
No?
No.
Are we clear on that? Are we certain?
yeah,
How old is Penta? Just by the way, just curious.
old.
38, 40.
38, 39.
Probably
okay.
my age, actually.
So
Chill,
here's
chill,
the
chill.
deal. Here's the deal with Penta and why this isn't the ceiling for him.
Okay, I'm just
It's
concerned.
not the ceiling for him because of The Office. He's got friends back there. The Old Boys Club, the Michael Hayes Club, the Road Dogs, they all genuinely like him. Triple H, they actually like him.
Yeah.
He's a guy that they feel really good about. So what'll happen here is Pentagon's in the realm of what I call the fair shot. They will give him a fair chance to see what he can do. He's going to have to do the promo stuff, but you already see it. They're working him. They're putting him in the commercials now. They're working him. They're making him do some English promos. It's like, brother, if you're going to do this for us, you got to be able to tell these stories not the way that you want to tell them. This is the WWE. We write scripts here, man. We tell you what to say. We're gonna put you on a promotional tour. You're gonna say the things, and the more you inherently and intrinsically understand those things yourself, the more you're gonna get over. The reason why Cena became such a big thing at the WWE, the reason why Roman became such a big thing, is because they got it, and Vince could see that they got it, and that still exists in the WWE. If the guys in the back can see that you've got it, that's how you get the push. The reason why LA Knight is stuck where he is because they look at him and they say
straight up,
he might have it. Well, I get that, and I get that a lot of people say that, but at the same time, it's the reality of guys like LA Knight and Jey Uso also is they look at them in the back and they say, "Damn, you might have it," and then some of the boys in the back say, "Damn, I want you to have it. I wish you had it." And then they keep giving them shot after shot to try to prove that they have it. Jey Uso has gotten how many chances now?
Too many.
So who would you rather between those two wrestlers you just talked about, Jey Uso and LA Knight? If you were to give one of them the belt, which one of them would you give the belt?
I would give LA Knight the belt.
Not
LA Knight.
You
give Matt new, he'd be fresh.
Yeah.
And then you'd be excited when the new person
here's
gets the
the
belt.
thing. No, because here's the difference between LA Knight and Jey Uso. LA Knight,
one's got charisma.
LA Knight does understand a part of the business that Jey Uso doesn't. If you go back and look at the John Cena retirement match, and then you watch the segment that Jey Uso does afterwards, where he's talking in front of most of the crowd that's still there on the broadcast, and he completely gaffes and blows the entire thing up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that makes Nick Khan cringe. That's the kind of shit that makes Ari Emanuel cringe. LA Knight is never going to make those guys cringe. They might not care about him. He might not be great. He might make a mistake or a slip in the ring, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you can put him on a microphone in an important spot like that, he's going to get it. He's going to be like, okay, now's the time to turn the wheels on, make the machine look good. Even if he's anti that, he still knows how to do that. And you've seen him do it before. They saddled him with Scott Steiner in the later years, and he made Scott Steiner look like something in TNA. You know, he gave Scott Steiner the rub. It wasn't the other way around. He brought Scott Steiner back a few more good moments. Okay. LA Knight has this thing. He was getting over the maximum male models thing. He just didn't want to do it because it was stupid. But he did it, and it was working, by the way. Like they were selling shirts and this, that, and the other thing. But in the back, he was going, guys, I don't want to fucking do this. This is some bullshit. Why am I doing this? This is terrible. You know, and so some of the agents, and they were like, yeah, Vince said to do it. So you go do it, dude. We'll give you Maxine. It'll be fine. We'll give you a pretty chick, and you go do the gimmick. And then he was like, yeah, but
she's getting the goal before he is, mate. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
yeah, but
everyone loves a good underdog story.
He's had mid-card belts already. He's had as much as she's had. He got mid-card belts already.
He's been writing this for how long now? And what has he got out of it? For how long he's been at the so-called peak of where he's at? Like,
they give
him a pretty girl like Maxine, who isn't technically great in the ring, right? I mean, she's just trying to play this.
She wasn't back then, for sure. She was shit. She'd been wrestling for like 6 months at that time.
She's just eye candy, right? And they give her a good gimmick with Natty, right? Whatever. But she got the goal before him. Like, how long is he going to sit there and ride at his peak when he's already been there as an underdog story? You know, don't get me wrong. Everyone loves a good underdog story, man. But there's only so long you can sit there for, man. When all the other potential goes flying by.
Look, anybody who hates on LA Knight at this point, I'm not mad at them. I just don't hate on him. I'm still entertained by it, but I get it. I get everything you're saying, Coleman. Like, everything you're saying is 100% valid. I can't take it away from you.
I don't. The accent is insane. No, I'm kidding.
It's not the words. It's how it sounds.
I love you, bro. I love you.
You're my favorite Mexican kid.
Oh, you got the thing.
You got the hearts. Amazing.
Wow.
No, you have to enable that feature.
You have to turn it. You have to turn it.
Oh, you have to turn it on. Okay, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
You have to turn it on the thing. Yeah.
So listen, Penta is
that they're both hated equally by Roots.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well,
deservedly so for both of them.
And I think backstage they're debating Brock Lesnar versus LA Knight as we speak. Because I doubt Brock wants to.
Who does that do? Anybody? Who's like? Who does that? Like, what does that even do for anybody?
Well, for the people that hate LA Knight and for the boys in the back that want to rib LA Knight again, it's hilarious.
I guess.
You wanted a big WrestleMania match? Here you go. Here's your marquee matchup. It's you versus Brock Lesnar. And it's a 12
minutes.
Now, I'll watch that. I'll watch that.
Get your shit in at all.
Suplex City.
The guy does
10 minutes of suplexes.
Anyway,
but Penta. So
Yeah.
Penta is going to get a fair shot. Now,
All right.
whether or not he can prove that he can do all of the intangibles will decide how far up the ladder he goes. He's clearly not going to be a QB1 Cody Rhodes guy because he's never going to be a black guy and a white guy at the same time. He's never going to pull the Raheemness of it off. He's never going to.
He's Mexican.
He can't be Cody. And he can't even be Roman. But he could be one of those guys. He could get the big belt for a while. He could be on a Kofi or Bryan Danielson type run. Maybe even a little more than that. And I think he'll get the chance. They really, really like the guy.
They should.
It's going to be a couple years. So for now, hopefully this IC thing works. And what the real hope is, okay, guys in the back, if you like Penta, like we all like Penta, now you got to give him the Skip Chase and Krista Joseph treatment. He's got natural charisma, but he doesn't work your style. And his idea of what entertains fans is not going to be the WWE idea. So that, which is fine. But that being said, is they've got to write something for him. What is the storyline? What is the activity? What is the interaction that can bring out his charisma and make him something more than a workhorse champion with a belt? And he's not a workhorse anymore. He's not that guy. He's not going to go out there and have 5-star matches like he was having season 1 of Lucha Underground. That was 10 years ago. You know, he was still in his 20s then when he started at Lucha Underground. People don't realize that just because he's got a mask on and you don't see that he's older. 10 years doing those kind of moves and wrestling the Young Bucks for 5 of them
ladders
will not treat your body well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I will say to that. I do want to say to that point. Penta is in. Penta has to be. I mean, visibly, he's in the best shape of his career, but he has to be feeling the best he's ever felt in his career because after Lucha Underground, he went to tag team wrestling, and it wasn't just so he could work and make money with his brother. You know, and he did tag team. They insisted on doing tag team wrestling
because Conan called him fat, or no, Vampiro called him fat.
Vampiro called him fat.
Right.
But
I mean, Ray Fenix called him fat to me.
Yeah, no, he was chubby for a while.
He missed. It was during this time when he started to miss flights, and basically the thing came out that he'd had something to eat on the way to the airport, and that basically he couldn't make the flight because he was really sick at the airport. So when I spoke to Fenix about it, Fenix was just like, "Well, you know what he's like."
Leave it to your little brother to fuck with you at the worst
It was
time.
amazing.
Man. Those guys mess with each other brutally all the time. Like they I just saw a thing where Penta's met. Didn't you send that to me, Tony? Where Penta was fucking with Phoenix?
I think somebody sent it again.
Yeah, like they are definitely brothers. That is some
there's
shit
a lot of
me.
When they would wrestle each other 1-on-1, there's a lot of Chinga Tu Madres yelled in the ring. Whatever that means, I don't know what that means.
I mean,
it means I love you, brother.
They might not have
that
the
makes
same
sense.
mother, though.
You can
so
scream
maybe
that.
it's
You can
okay.
scream that to Mexicans when you're driving on the east side of Los Angeles. What's up?
All right.
Speaking of which, are we happy that
did I lose everybody?
No.
That El Grande Americano, the good one, gets in lots of Spanish expletives on TV?
I like it.
I'm very happy with it.
He leans into it too. He knows that the censor doesn't speak Spanish.
Sorry, I got disconnected. What are we happy that
Go with me on this one for a minute. So it's December, and into your office walks Cody Rhodes, and
nice.
You're Triple H, and you say to Cody, like, well, we've shuffled some things around, but here's my idea for you for WrestleMania. How about you wrestle Randy Orton? And Cody's looking around and he's like, okay, but Randy's babyface, I'm a babyface, and blah, 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 blah. He says, okay, well, let me think about it. It sounds good. We've been building to this story for a while, but okay, let's look at it. Then Cody Rhodes comes back into Triple H's office a week later with Drew McIntyre, and he says, we've got an idea. I'm going to drop to Drew next week. And then Triple H is looking at him like, you heard me, you asshole, when I said you and Randy at WrestleMania, right? How the hell does it work for you to drop to Drew? And then these morons concocted this whole cockamamie story where Randy wins the Elimination Chamber while Drew is the champion. But then somehow Cody Rhodes winds his way into a championship match with Drew again to get back his belt and then face Randy at WrestleMania? Because there's no way in hell Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton is going to be that match. That can't be that match. That is not WrestleMania worthy. However, Randy versus Cody is, but you have to have a reason to get them on opposite sides so that you can start playing the long-term story of how Cody was Randy's bitch.
Here's how I write it. Cody Rhodes walks backstage and he's looking for his bag. And when he sees it, there's a big old pile of steaming shit in his bag. And when he looks up, it's Randy Orton and he's laughing.
Randy Orton stood on top of a locker.
Boom.
Shitting down.
Right. And that's how you there without the kayfabe.
I just made that up.
It's TKO.
I just made that up.
I don't buy it. That's not Randy anymore. That's not my Randy anymore, man. Randy's changed.
No, that's your Randy.
Randy's changed. He's not that guy anymore. He doesn't
coil up. Coil up.
7'8" family man. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see where it plays out, but I believe that is actually pretty close to what happened because we know that Drew and Cody.
Already clip that.
We know that
send
Drew
it to
and Cody,
Triple H.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We know that Drew and Cody pitched Cody dropping the belt. And we know that somehow that did not change the WrestleMania plans. So you put 2 and 2 together and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments that I'm full of shit.
It's gonna be a 3-way dance, man. It's gonna be a 3-way dance. And if they're ever
I'm gonna put
that's possible, but if it was going to be a 3-way dance, I wanted it to be Jacob Fatu involved somehow.
Yeah,
well, I think it will be. I think it's going to be like a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way.
Oh Jesus!
I mean,
let's do Money in the Bank.
It's going to be something crazy like that. It's going to be like a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way.
24/7 rule from here on out.
Tyler Black or not Tyler Black.
It's going to be Road Dogg on a pole match.
Road Dogg on a pole.
Dude, no one would want to win.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, you didn't know? You better tell somebody.
Our truth was in it. He might
I thought you wanted that, Justin, so you can fire him.
I love Road Dogg. I would never fire Road Dogg. I would leave him in that job and make fun of him every day, but I would never fire him. I genuinely love Road Dogg. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up. And then the last WWE thing that I want to mention for the entire freaking week, and this is why WWE is good at what they do, because I watched AEW. It's a great show. I only have 3 things to say about it, and we'll get to them. However, WWE can put on crap, but somehow give you more to speculate about, more storyline, more wrestling stuff, more like. This is part of the magic of WWE that people forget. It's one of the intangibles is good, bad, or ugly. A lot of times WWE finds a way to keep your interest or to at least make you have an opinion, even when you hate watch it. So speaking of hate watching, let's talk about Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Now that Finn Balor has been buried, we get to the match that we already knew was going to be the match, but they're cutting the promos now. They're doing the thing. And it makes sense. It's a headlining thing. But do we care? Do we like it as wrestling fans? Does it do anything for us? Is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns a night 2 headliner for you, gentlemen?
Yes.
That's a yes. That's one yes.
Yep.
I'm not really interested in it, but they're professionals, and I'm sure they'll do a good job.
Oh my God! Wow! Are you running for office? What the hell is that?
Out of nowhere!
I mean, if it's on TV, they're not gonna like forget what to do partway through or something like Jey Uso would.
Run that back.
I mean, it's the best. It's the best sandwich at Subway.
Yeah.
You know,
Byron's the guy who's got someone to paint his house, and he's like, "Yeah,
it's
not the colour
you know, it's
Well,
the best sandwich at Subway.
I'm
you
doing
know?
the best
It's
I
not a
can
whole
with
lot.
I'm doing the best I can with the ingredients here. You know.
Is it the big arch from McDonald's? Is it?
It's the, you know, it's the best.
Look, it's got
the best of a bunch of mediocre matches. You know, is there anything better than it? I mean, that's the real question.
Settle.
Hangman versus
Let's be real.
MJF probably is better than it.
Well, that's not an option.
Wow.
Oh, it's an option for me. I'm gonna watch it in 2 weeks.
Well, me too, but you know, not at WrestleMania.
Revolution.
Does this match just get a basic one-on-one match, or is there going to be any stipulation added to it? What do you guys think? Is it just going to sit there as just a one-on-one for
I
talking
hope
about,
that
talking
they
about
don't-
almost dad?
I hope they don't add anything to it. If you're telling me these are the two top guys, then just give me the match. Just let these guys go out there and be the two top guys. Let them talk shit for 6
Is that how you want to
straight
do it?
weeks.
You want to just book it like that, one-on-one, like that, nothing else to be involved in it. If you were going to book it, like, was that how you would book it? You wouldn't book it with anybody else, like involving themselves with that, like no Seth Rollins in there.
Nah, it's a Roman Reigns match,
and you got to fill two nights.
No, bring
you
back
got to fill 2 nights
show.
of stuff. So
How many cousins does he have left?
You've stripped everything away from Roman at this point. Why start giving stuff back right now? You need these other matches. You need Jimmy and Jay to do other
Can't give
shit.
his dad back.
You need but you need other stuff, and you need to play. You need to have places to go with Roman later, and he's not around all the time. So you need to have some. You need to have some of this solo Roman thing so that you can tell the next chapter of the story later.
Yeah.
Do we need
If you don't build it a little
Rikishi.
bit right now,
Rikishi. Okay,
Rikishi's
so
gonna run
they're
over
gonna
CM
work.
Punk.
They're gonna main event
What
night
about-
2
I'll
of
get it for
WrestleMania.
the Roman.
Night 1 of WrestleMania, Rikishi is going to hit CM Punk with his car.
Stink face.
And
I'm here to tell you, I do not believe Nick Khan will ever hire Rikishi.
Yeah.
Triple H might be like, no, bring Keisha in. We love Big Key. No, I think Nick Khan's gonna be like, nah, pass.
Put him on
Maybe
live
that's
TV
what
with
they'll
a
do.
live mic. It'll be
Maybe
cool.
that's what they'll do. They'll bring in an actual quiche. It'll be a play on words, and it'll be one of their infamous jokes that they do.
It's Big Quiche. That would be a
Big quiche.
total Vince McMahon right
Stink
there.
face that.
Oh, look, it's made with a stinky cheese, so it's a stink face. You can get hit in the face with it.
I gotta say, in general, for WrestleMania, like, yeah, there's questions right now, and they've got some time, but
I'm not. I
What?
don't
Not
care.
enough time.
I don't care.
What happened to?
I can watch
it's not very impressive.
Can we
No,
rewind it back like 2 years ago when The Rock was trying to place himself in the match with Cody and his story and all that, like, and it never sort of eventuated. And then he
Where is
came
that
to him like,
passion?
yeah, where's it gone?
Where is the
Like,
passion
what
to
was
try
it?
to
What-
hijack
what
the
was
main
it?
event of WrestleMania? At least, like
It's
try.
plausible.
You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I mean? Like, Jesus.
I don't know.
So, what's your
but
question
he-
about
he-
Dwayne? I can explain to you all of the Dwayne things.
Let's
All of
just-
the Dwayne
what I'm
things
gonna-
are-
is what I'm going to say is I just want to throw it out there. Like there was this bit of a story going. It never all eventuated. He gave Cody something. I think it was like on a Raw
kid.
after the thing, and he said, I don't know if
the
it's
watch,
that
isn't it?
way, but
Mhm.
I don't know if that's how it works. But you probably should go see a doctor about that. But he gave him something, and he said, like, I'll be back for it. And he came back for it. And when he came back for it, he didn't come back for it. He came back for Cody and said, I love you, Cody. I'm like,
It was probably
soul,
soul.
baby.
Or
And then it just
an ancient tablet found in the ground in.
So what you're saying is there is a huge plot hole that has no
well,
fulfillment.
yeah, it just dissipated, just disappeared, and everyone's like, oh, what happened to that? Are they going to dig it back up, or is it just
Well,
buried like the rest of WWE pay per view storyline? should I
Like
say,
Travis
like-
Scott, you've got to
here's
try
the
and forget
problem.
about it.
Here's the problem.
Shut Travis
Thanks
Scott.
for
Have you seen
reminding
this
us.
movie called
Travis
Ishtar?
Scott.
Have you ever
Who?
seen Ishtar? You ever seen
Oh,
one of these
God.
movies where the script has been passed around 10 times and there's still things left in the last version of the script that never make sense? So what you have is the Watch thing was written by Brian Gerwitz, who was the former showrunner of Raw, but is now basically Rock's personal right-hand man. And when he shows up to WWE, Brian Gerwitz writes his stuff. Brian Gewirtz is one of the best writers around in wrestling, and he came up with lots of good little ideas with nuggets and long-term thinking and this, that, and the other thing. However, Rock's schedule kind of precludes him from doing certain things. And then you've got Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel and high-level TKO guys meddling in the main events. And then you've got Cody and his people saying what they want, which typically didn't happen, but did happen by accident. And then you've got Triple H, who's like, did anybody get the memo that I'm the head writer around here? What the fuck? So what you had was you had different camps writing different parts of the story for the headliners of WrestleMania for 2 years straight. And part of what happened that people don't understand is that it's not Triple H's fault. He was not the sole person in charge of the storyline. They came up with certain things, and then he got told not to use certain things. And at the end of the day, I think what you got was Triple H doing this like, I'll book it. Cool. We'll do some things. Here you go. Here's 20 minutes of TV time. Let's do some things. I think he was, if you look at those WrestleManias, Triple H is working the Triple H magic on, you know, Bailey's storylines and this, that, and the other thing. Like, he is focused on everything but those main things because it got to the point where he couldn't do anything about it. You got Gewirtz and the $7 team showing up with Dwayne at the last minute saying, here's the script. And you got 10 writers at WWE going, no, here's the script that we worked on 2 weeks ago. And then you've got Nick Khan walking into the room saying, wouldn't it be great if, and he's everybody's fucking boss. So what do you do?
So what you're saying,
you do all of those things.
Right.
There's a pooch.
I apologize because Justin just mentioned something and it wound me up at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Bailey and Valkyria, right? They're stood there backstage and they have this little conversation where it's like, oh, everybody's going in to see Adam Pearce about a title shot. And Valkyria goes, well, you should go, Bailey. You know, you deserve a title shot. So she's like, okay. So she goes to head off and she goes, you know what? Why don't you come in with me too?
Oh, really?
We're both going to get a title fucking shot. It was the 0 cents. Like, whoa, no, whoa. Unless they're going to ask for something else. Or Adam Pearce is very nice to them.
I believe that one was a Triple H, and I think that you can be directly mad at him for that one. I believe all of the Bailey gaffes have been at the hands of Triple H to the point where he's kind of given up on his own writing of Bailey at this point. But look, the second year with The Rock was even more confusion because he came in with Gewirtz at the last minute. They wrote some stuff that would have been really good for the heel turn. But then at the end of the day, they said, oh, let's go talk to John and see what he wants to do. And John was like, oh, yeah, no, we can play it like this, but I really want to do this and this and this and this. And guess what The Rock said? The Rock was like, yeah, man, that's John Cena. Like, I'm not going to tell him what to do. I want to, but at the same time, like, yeah, if he wants to go a different direction, I'll bow out. Fuck it. And he did. And then everybody was pissed that he let John do it the way he did because they started it the way that Rock wanted to start it because Ari Emanuel personally called him and said, we're not selling enough tickets for Elimination Chamber. So Rock was like, okay, let's do this and this and this. And Cena agreed to all of it. And then 2 weeks later, Cena's like, this is great. I got some ideas. I got some notes. And you got all of these baller ass dudes in a room and everybody's going, I got some notes. What happens? At the end of the day, Travis Scott is the number one heel in the world. That's how bad it got, brother.
Where was Travis
So
Scott?
here's what I'm saying. All these people that are hating on The Rock, don't hate on The Rock. It's not worth your time. If you're hating on Triple H, also don't hate on Triple H. Not worth your time. Nick Khan is still new to being the top guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Don't be mad at him either. He's trying. He's trying to make his bosses happy.
It's what you're saying. It's chefs in the kitchen, right? So you've got the poontang pie there, right? And somebody's in charge of that poontang pie. No matter what, somebody's going to make the call. But everybody's got their finger in that poontang pie, like warm apple pie. And
what
so
the fuck are we talking about anymore?
Bonnie Blue, apparently.
Yeah. Bonnie Blue. Everyone.
Oh, by the way, Justin, thank you for turning wrestling into the Wild Wild West movie.
Warm apple pie.
Anyway, I'm just saying, don't be mad at The Rock. It's not worth it, Coma. It's just not worth it.
You can be a little mad at The Rock.
I'm not mad at The Rock. I'm just saying it was a whole script. Yeah, disappointed. That's
all Rock wanted to do was come and wrestle his cousin. That was it.
And maybe that's all we wanted to say, but we didn't get that. Yeah, it's gone. Now what do we do?
It's because they booed Roman at that.
I'm over big man, just disappointed. Right?
I would still book that match.
When you say don't be mad at The Rock, all I have to say is Hobbs versus Shaw. I can be a little bit mad at it.
They don't have plans for Hobbs.
Not
speaking of
Hobbs.
You can be mad at The Rock if you want to be. I just don't think it's worth your time.
The thing is, by the time we get around to a Rock versus Roman match, Roman is going to be retired.
Maybe that's going to be
the Rock.
All the Samoans in the cage together, man.
Maybe that's
all right. You know what it's time for?
Pops and drops.
Pops and drops, and I'm going to start because my
kidding me?
pop is something that me and Tony want to talk about. My pop of the week. This is going to crack Tony up. My pop of the week is Thekla.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Thekla.
Cool. Good for you.
Meefloaf does not. Meefloaf is not going to agree with me. It's probably his drop of the week. But
I've never watched her wrestle. She's probably a good wrestler, but when
it's
she
not,
did the promo,
I
didn't like the delivery of it. I just thought it was flat.
But I think that is exactly why Thekla is my pop of the week. Thekla is the champion that AEW needs right now. The whole thing tonight with her and Thunder Rosa.
Oh, you agree, Bear?
Excellent.
Fuck you, Bear.
What? I was like day one. I was like, I think it's a title change tonight. I'm pumped. Like she's great.
Green light.
Thunder was never intended to win that belt tonight. That entire thing.
What?
No, but the storytelling was great. That match was not about moves. It wasn't about showcasing this, that, and the other thing. That was one of the first times where the entire match was storytelling. And Tony Khan, since he brought Thunder back, has actually been telling a real story. And that whole story is getting over Chris Statlander from the garbage shit that we were talking about 2 months ago in her title run. Because we love Stat. But if you don't have that shot of Stat holding Thunder at the end of that match, you don't give a fuck about Stat. He finally gave us a reason for Statlander to mean anything. And the only way you get there is Thekla. Thekla is great. And that match with Thunder, flawless, guys. Great. They had a great match. They went in there and did everything that they wanted to do. You could see them working it out in the ring. And when they're up there, I hate fighting spirit spots. You guys know I hate the fighting spirit spot now. When they did the fighting spirit spot on the top of the ropes, it was magnificent. And we're not talking about some crazy high spot. We're not talking about some cool move. We're talking about two crazy chicks sitting on the top of the ropes, just bashing each other in the collarbones. And it came off great. And I'm here to tell you, those girls took it so easy on each other, and it looked stiff as hell, and it wasn't, which is amazing.
Did you say something nice about Thunder Rosa on the show?
You can say anything you want about Thunder Rosa.
No, just saying you said something nice.
I mean, it was a great match. And what I'm saying is, you know who I'm really complimenting? Tony Khan. Whoever wrote this storyline, I feel like, oh my God, AEW actually had a 3-week storyline in one division that is leading somewhere. And now with a reasonable amount of time, you've built a real story heading into a pay-per-view where Thekla versus Chris Statlander 2 will actually make sense and will actually be something that people care about. Don't you want that for your champions? That's my opinion. That's my.
You know that I always have to walk a tightrope here, but you're giving credit to the right person. Also, RJ has a lot of hand on that.
Well, whoever's writing it.
Let's get RJ on the show.
There's 6 writers back there. It could be any one of them, but whoever's writing it is fantastic.
But I gotta say, and pulling the curtain a little bit, I guess. Okay. This quick feud, by the way, that turnaround or visibility of Statlander, the way that we perceive her, this is a testament to Thunder Rosa's understated versatility to do a lot of the things that people don't think that she can do. It's not always, oh, I'm going to win, I'm going to be the babyface, and I'm going to be the champion. It is this capability of building others by sacrificing herself. And she has so much equity built for everything that she's done. I mean, do I really have to bring out the resume here? I don't think so.
Yes.
But
we talked about it last week. Tony Storm being a big one. Mariah May would have been nothing without having Thunder in there. Like, there's a few of them. Britt Baker. I mean, she built all these guys.
Who?
Exactly. So this is just another stripe of the tiger. I don't know if that makes sense in English, but that's what it is. This is just her building another star in this company.
Two stars at once.
Two in what? In what was it? 45 days? No, not even.
Well, so, I mean, I think she did it with Megan Bain and Penelope too. Very recently.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean that was some weird stuff there, but yeah, definitely.
Megan Bain had no storyline that made sense until Thunder Rosa actually said what Megan Bain's storyline was on TV, because Megan Bain wasn't talking at the time, and it took Thunder, and people don't even remember it, but it took Thunder saying what Megan Bain was, that she was this big giant silent killer thing or whatever the hell it was. The first time it had ever been explained in the 3 months that Megan Bain had been on TV was by Thunder Rosa.
I want to bring up another Megan Bain thing. Before she feuded with Thunder Rosa, she did a really shitty F5 where it looked like she was bumping harder than her opponent. Not shitty, but just like visually, it looked bad. Everyone would watch and go, why is she bumping harder than her opponent? And then whatever happened, by the end of the program, she was doing the F5 where she ends in a kneeling position, which suits the gimmick, will save her, bump card, and just looks better. That was a big change.
Opponent down nicer.
Yeah, everything about it is better. Who knows?
Because everyone else was
happened
coming down
in that
on their
program.
Side shoulder the original way she was doing it. It was not. I think the girls had a conversation with her.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a very noticeable change and one of the few growing or few improvements that helped elevate Megan Bain in that program.
Yeah, Thunder's great, but
yeah,
I'm happy Thekla's in there because I don't know that any of these other girls have the same kind of supervillain quality. Thekla's a Batman supervillain. Like, I expect the camera to go Dutch when she's on screen.
That would be great. No, yeah.
She's over the top. That's pro
with
wrestling.
The mask today was pretty good too. Like, I liked it, and also they did revamp Thunder's intro and her background.
I liked the Thunder Chola background. I don't know how I feel about this new music. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know either. I do know, but I'm not going to say.
No. I'll say it.
So where did this music come from?
This
was not the new music I thought she was going to get. Let me just say that.
I think this is just Mikey trying to, do something down the middle of a new intro.
So let me speculate, and I don't know any of this for fact. Let me speculate what happened here. Thunder comes in and says, I've got some new music that I'd really love to use. They listen to it, and they're kind of like, and then they give it to their guy, and he comes back with, this is Thunder's new music that I'd like to use. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you've done all of our great stuff, so here, we'll let you do it instead of whatever she wants. I don't know. You don't have to answer that question.
No, because I appreciate Mikey's work all the time, so I'm not going to let him take that sword there you're trying to throw.
I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I'm just saying,
he does such great work.
He's the in-house guy.
By the
way, bring a piece of music from the outside,
outside,
and the in-house guy gets a chance before you take the outside music, right?
We need to really appreciate Mikey Ruckus and the work that he does in AEW, because we could have Def Rebel doing all these entrance songs. Okay, so
And I
let's
really
appreciate
like
what we have.
85% of his shit. Like every now and then he has one that's kind of like, but that's music. It's all subjective. There's always going to be a little bit like Prince is one of my favorite artists of all times, and he's got about 30 tracks that I absolutely don't like. You know what I mean?
But 30 out of like millions.
You don't like just hidden in a vault.
So I'm just gonna finish that thought here. So I really appreciate Mikey Rocky's work. However, I have to say that this is Thunder Chola, not Thunder Rock and Rolla. Okay.
Right.
So that's the only issue. Yeah.
Well, this is why I like
your drop of the week.
I liked her second music a lot too, and they switched back to the rock thing because it. But look, target audience. It was appealing to white males in the Midwest, and that is the primary demographic for AEW. So if that's the case,
man, I understand Thunder's demographic better than anyone because I have documented it. However, there's consistency also with the look that and I would like to see that bass and hip hop feel.
I get it.
Cypress Hill and
who was that guy that did all of Conan's tracks? That guy was, and he did the Rey Mysterio music and all that shit. That's the guy. Like when I see Thunder, I want to hear a track like that. I like
habits. That's what we need.
And that's what I think of when I think of my more modern day Latino wrestlers. Is I want to hear that kind of music. Dominic even had one when he first started. Como was like, I'm getting a falseness.
Yeah, it's bad for his image to be talking about it. No, I mean, you have to understand. I understand the demographic, and it is a rework of the previous music that she's had. So it's gonna work. People are gonna get fun when they hear the Thunder Rosa, and that's a thing that is engraved already in people's minds. So I guess that's where they're going with that all the time, and that's fine.
I get it. I mean, it's not like it's not killing it.
Over. If you know what I mean, if you hear like with Undertaker, the American Badass, you knew what that was. You know what I mean? Just the character from the music. With Thunder Rosa, with this new character, if you put in like a hip hoppy kind of track, you go, oh, so is you're taking away from a very good tool to help get the artist, like the wrestler, over. In the sense of projecting the character. So if I flick on the TV, I've never watched it before. I'm like, oh shit, I know that. She's dressed like a chola. Okay.
Yeah,
it's an association.
Said Thunder Chola up on the thing now, which I was surprised because, I had joked with her before that, she was like, I'm going to do a more urban look or whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, you're gonna for real do Thunder Chola, and then I saw it up there, and it's like, oh, that's an actual thing now. It's Thunder Chola. I don't know if she gave that to them or if they came up with that on their own or whatever, but I didn't. Or Tony did it. I like it though.
I like to create like a mood board every time she comes back. So that's what I did.
The thing for me is they're obviously a massive company and they.
I mean, of course. I'm sorry. Of course, it always comes from Thunder's idea, put them together and make them look like something cohesive to send to people. That's all.
Yeah.
But like branding is very ridiculously important to everything. And that sometimes I feel even it's not just AEW, everybody just drops branding.
I know, but also you said it. You said that AEW is a huge company, but it's actually not. If you go backstage at AEW, it does, and this is a good thing and a bad thing. It feels like a mom and pop.
I was going to say that.
It's a store that's being run by, it's like a family business almost. You got to keep in mind where it came from. It's the Young Bucks and Tony, had this idea, and then they brought in Cody and Kenny and some other people, and it was their thing. And a lot of AEW people don't realize is still run that way. And it's like, it's a family business, and like your sister is shit on the register, but like she's your sister and it's the family business. So she's got to run the register on Friday night. Like there's a lot of that happens at AEW, and it gives the place personality, and it is very good in a lot of ways. And in other ways, it's like, yeah, some things don't get thought through. There's not like a big team meeting, like everything is not completely done the corporate way. Whereas you're over at TKO, you've got the opposite problem. Sometimes it's so slick and so corporate that it doesn't have any fucking heart. You know,
there's downsides to both, of course.
Yeah, there's downsides to both, and it's a shame, and it's why so many people want TNA to be that next solution or whatever.
Mr. Khan can employ me for $100,000 a year.
Wait, TNA? What the hell?
Like, look, there is no perfect.
Triple A is the best show around. I'm just gonna die on that hill right now.
Triple A is my favorite wrestling show of the week to watch right now.
Like, I wish you guys would watch in the Spanish and get some classes or something. But wow. it was that whole. So, can I do my pop now?
Sure, do your pop.
We just did pops and drops.
No, Byron, we got just
an hour ago.
One pop.
It took that long for one pop
because it was Thunder and Thekla, and that could have been a whole separate subject. I threw it into Johnson.
We could have talked about this for that's.
Is Byron really?
But Byron, are you okay with me doing a pop right now?
We're almost in hour 3. I thought we would have done pops and drops by now. We've been doing them for the last 2 hours.
You take another hour.
That's so good, Byron.
Okay, so I guess
let's slow it down and talk about how long it's taking us to do it, because that's going to make it go faster.
Go ahead and do it, I guess.
Okay, sorry, I'm doing a pop right now, Byron. My pop is actually Pimpinela.
Yes.
Baby. Oh my God.
Beso.
The reaction. So I talked to a couple of, because there was a whole bunch of shows in Monterey this weekend, and so some people were talking. I went to the store that sells, because I'm trying to get more memorabilia, and all people could talk about was about Pimpinela in the stretcher. That made people. So El Grande Americano, the cute one, the lovable one, is so over in Mexico, he could be present.
Right.
Like, we don't care. We have he's German. He's not Austrian. Because we like to make
he's German.
Prince.
Yeah. He's Dieter from
Danhausen.
If he was Austrian, he will be an emperor here. Bro, that moment in the stretcher and the way he delivered that line, I'm gonna do it for you, Pimpy, and for Mexico. And if he looks straight ahead, get the fuck out of here. What is this show? When I was watching it live, were we watching it together?
Yeah, we were both watching at the same time because we were still working on something.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Rocky meme that's come out of it?
That is probably the best piece of TV that I've seen in a long time, man. Like, it was just like, it was not even a match. It was like a 15-second thing that happened. And it was like, how are they manipulating a whole country into loving this motherfucker? And then, of course, and this is the other side of this, and this is something that I really want to talk about. My drop is the same fucking people involved in Raw are destroying my love for the things that are happening in AAA. There are some little fucking comments that Michael Cole, and Michael Cole has said a lot of shit throughout the years, but I'm not gonna repeat it. But he said something during that perpetuates the lazy Mexican stereotype.
Lazy.
And he fucking pissed me off so much, I threw the remote at the TV.
Did you see that Morgan's
promo? There's actually a
promo?
line now on my TV because I killed some pixels.
Are you talking about that Morgan's promo where she said Steph wrestled in mud pits?
I'm talking about the fact that he said, I'm not going to say it.
There's so many racist things WWE does. It's hard to keep track of them.
That's what I was commenting with somebody that is also Mexican and was on TV 2 hours ago. There's a lot of racist things right now in that borderline racist in WWE, and it's not okay. And I know what they're catering to. It's not the same company as the other company, right? So, but it's still, this is getting fucking annoying. And you have a company
but you're not,
that
Tony.
employs
You're not wrong.
America, fuck
You're not
yeah.
wrong. My favorite storyline right now is El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano in AAA, and my least favorite storyline in all of wrestling right now is El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano on Raw.
Yeah,
Are they even a switching of the color of the masks as well, isn't it? Like
they are. The
where
bad
the
guy
black
wears
That-
black because black. When you see black, you think bad things like criminals.
But
In WWE,
well, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader was cool.
Look, and it's so messed up too because
Wow.
Cole and Graves
the
could
end.
not figure out which one of them was supposed to be heel to the point where they were both heel on commentary, you know. And Corey's there like, well, yeah, but I'm the voice of AAA and blah, blah, blah. And Cole's like, well, the original El Grande Americano and nationalism, this, that, and the other thing, fascist, brown people leave, whatever. It was crazy. It was crazy.
other
It
part of
was
that
bad
is-
television.
That for the first run of this whole character, like Cole was going absolutely apeshit about it being Chad Gable, and was so upset that it was Chad Gable and that he was being disrespectful to Mexico and Lucha Libre.
Oh no! And now we've retconned the whole thing because now it is America versus Mexico, and in America, America's the good guy, regardless of what Chad Gable's doing, and in Mexico,
America,
Dito Sprockets is the
yeah.
good guy no matter what we're doing.
World police.
I don't know. You're right, Byron. You got a pop or a drop?
Anyway, moving on.
My pop would be the Ducks won 5-1 tonight. It was
Yes.
a really fun game. My drop would be
Was
pedophiles.
Charlotte there? Was Charlotte Flair?
Oh,
at that
that's
game?
another pop. Charlotte went to the game last
two
night.
pop.
But they lost. Charlotte
That's a new
Flair was
rapper.
at the game.
Two pop.
But they
And now
lost.
Byron likes Charlotte, even though all of my years of liking Charlotte.
She's a
meant nothing.
great, solid veteran star.
yeah.
Why wouldn't you like her?
Oh, wow. What a
You guys
sellout.
complain too much about her.
Oh,
Anyways.
what a sellout.
And then my drop, as always, is going to be pedophiles, which I know is going to politically divide the country.
Fucking hell, this is rough, bro.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
long.
Let's go to Meefloaf while we're on the subject of pedophiles. We might as well get it all out of the way.
What a segue.
What a segue, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I just meant that you hate pedos too.
And the rest
Oh, I
of
thought it was
America.
the
No,
mustache.
Oh my god.
We
It's
are
not
the official
Bolivia yet?
anti-pedo
What's that?
wrestling podcast. No other wrestling podcast is more anti-pedo
We
than us.
took a
We are
stance
almost
very early.
100%.
Anyway, to be more
Moving on now.
And
Pop
pops
is
and drops.
penta winning.
Meefloaf.
Pop is penta winning. Drop
Penta.
is that the human race is fucking idiots. There we go.
Okay. Not going to
cool.
disagree with that. Bear Brannon, how you doing down there? What you got? Pops and drops, brother.
I enjoyed the Swerve going against Brody because that's probably their like white hot baby face right now, and it's about the only person that he could go against that I'd be like, well, maybe I'm not rooting
Okay.
for Swerve in this one.
I'll tell you what I didn't like about that was Swerve's beat down with the chain, not the hanging him part, but like the actual beating of him part.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
these are the things
it's
that
just-
can't work out very well in the back. Where in the back and you're like, okay, I'm going to come out, I'm going to hit you with the chain,
Yeah.
and you get out there with like 60 pounds of actual chain, and you're like, wait a minute, I can't hit my dude with this chain, and then it looks
Wow.
just janky as hell. Those first
They
three shots
also
with the chain are like,
way too long getting to it. Like I was like, all right, we get it. They went to him, back to him. I'm like, yeah, he's clearly gonna get hit from behind.
Actually,
And then-
on the show that Gringo Loco was on, they did a spot with the chain, and they did it the right way. I think I will look up the match and send it to you guys because it looked amazing, and no one was near the actual chain. Like it just looked really, and every time they did it, everybody went like this, so they didn't see it. So the people in the crowd, they went like this every time. And it was like
every
whoa.
time
And
Swerve did
like,
it, I went like this. You got a drop, Bear?
Nah, not really.
That's good.
Really?
That means you liked wrestling this week.
Bear not
mean-
doing pedophiles first drop. Interesting.
All right, well, fine. Yeah, I mean, fuck the pedos.
Fuck pedos.
You know,
Just
they all gotta go to jail.
All right.
a quick observation. It's not
I'm
a
glad.
proper
I'm glad
drop.
I could. I'm glad I could convince you, my friend.
I didn't need a whole
Not
lot
a
of
proper
convincing.
drop. It's just an observation. You guys saw the I don't know, was it TurboTax video ad that
The singing
that
one?
yes,
Penta.
that Penta and what's her name?
Stephanie Becker.
Stephanie Becker. Sorry, Stephanie. I'll send you a text later. Sorry.
Supposed to be your homegirl.
Sorry,
Damn.
I'm
bro.
on 2 hours sleep, and I'm 2 hours behind everybody here on fucking West Coast in Mexico.
I'm on the West Coast.
Yeah, we're.
Go get a tech,
You want
mate.
to come down to? You want to come to
It's
Tijuana?
10
Hang
You
out
guys are in the
with us?
same time zone.
I have to
Yeah.
work. I have to go back
Tequila.
to work after
Who
this.
gives a fuck about work, bro?
What are you
I
talking
gotta
about?
go.
Jersey
Gotta
Shore
work.
got
We'll go to
fucking
Hong Kong.
canceled today for
No, I'm editing a new show that's
I
I thought
premiering
the entire
tomorrow
city
on
of Jersey
YouTube.
fired
Come
you.
here.
Isn't a
Hire a
job.
Mexican to do it. Send it to Arturo. He can do it. Anyways,
Outsourcing it.
and then I saw Bandido and sorry, that's an inside joke. Nobody's gonna get it. So and then
I
I saw
got it.
Bandido and Andrade cut a promo in Spanish, and it was great because they both
What?
spoke Spanish. The lines were great. He's like, "Oh, do you want to get a selfie with me? I don't know if you're a fan or you want to wrestle me. Let me get. Oh no, hold on, ¿Qué onda, mamacita?" That shit was so good. I mean, they made it work.
They finally
Hey,
made
not
an
to give-
Andrade promo work. That was only take
Yeah.
7, by the way.
Did you guys
Probably.
see? Did you see? What show was it where MJF fought Zilla? Was it a Hog or something? It was a.
Yeah,
It was a.
yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Andrade had this match, and he was doing the fan
The girl
selfie
thing.
gimmick, and then
Yeah.
his opponent came and gave her a running big boot.
Kick.
She's
All right.
dead.
It was
Coma,
fucked up.
pops and drops. What do you got for me?
I'm just going to go touch base on the two of the main topics that we've already touched on. Just give you my two.
Pedos?
No, thank you. I don't know how it works for you.
Oh,
but
so
no
that's
fuss
one
to
of the
you.
big topics.
I just think let's go back to what I would call. Whoa, we're still on this. Jesus Christ. man.
Hour one?
What about Mandeep? We forgot about Mandeep.
Yeah.
Don't-
Long time storytelling. We have forgotten all
Sorry about
about Mandeep.
Yep. Once upon a time,
There was a love
Danhausen.
story.
Let's go back to Danhausen for a second because I want to have my. What was it? Tell me more.
Yeah.
I think he's cutting off.
Good talk, guys. Good talk.
You
No,
made a lot
your
of good
internet is
points.
going in and out.
Ultimately,
Anyway,
our
back to
worldview
Danhausen.
has been brought in because of
I
it.
just honestly thought. Okay.
Hey, someone check his internet connection.
Damn.
Maybe America's invaded Australia. There's quite a lot of oil there.
All right. So back
Someone probably cut
to
the cord in
Danhausen
that
once
ocean.
again. God, I'm done.
Fucking amazing.
That's a great bit to do in hour 4.
Oh,
Come
that's
on,
right. I
that
was
bit
just
was
thought
awesome.
he was
What
doing
are
it.
you talking about? All right, I got to give you my last drop of the week. My drop of
We're
the
still
week.
doing drops?
I only gave my pop. I'm giving you my drop, and I'm done. Dion from Dark State.
What's
Good
a dark state?
God, just fire that kid. I am not normally this harsh
right?
on wrestlers, but his promo on NXT was so
Not wrong.
unforgivably bad. I don't know if that was live. If that was a pre-tape, half the staff should be fired. It was horrible. It was, I think I said before that it was worse than if you were live for the Thunder one that we had talked about with her.
Oh,
Like,
God.
which up
That
until
was
this point
traumatizing.
was, I mean, look, we felt for her. Like English was a second language, and they gave her a mouthful of really difficult concepts and words that didn't feel like her at all. It was bad
PG and
writing.
Chris Roach.
This was not bad writing. This was this kid just being dumb as rocks and not being able to deliver a promo. Dion Lennox from Dark State, I'm sorry, bro. Done with you. It's developmental, and you didn't develop. Please stop ever using a microphone. That is my drop of the week, and I mean it, and I'm not afraid to say it, and I will come down to Orlando and say it in his face. Don't care. Not good television. Please take it off of my TV. Never want to see it again.
He's going to get fired because of you.
Maybe.
I love Thekla. I will come down to Orlando. Not this week because I'm busy, but probably the next one.
Yeah. Catch you on the flip side. You know what I'm saying, Dion? Okay. So until next time, Dion, stay calm. Stay in the mix.